It's set to... Oh, shit. Hey, guys. Hey. We're going live. We're going live.
So we are live from Las Vegas. Had an amazing show today. We're at the Esports Business Summit 2019. It's been going for a couple of years, and it is a fantastic show. We've been run off our feet. My feet hurt like crazy. How about yours?
They're in some pain.
Yeah. So we've been shilling our product, which is really good. Which Mike wrote, or Shadowkin wrote and put together for us. So it's really coming together. Really
it's
well.
actually a developer did, but it was my idea. So let's just go with that. Because Phil will kill us when we get back.
Okay, true. There was some help in there definitely, and Phil's fantastic. If you're new to watching the show, welcome. This is the YachtClubSC. We don't normally broadcast from Vegas. We normally broadcast from our regular locations. Right now we have a special edition where we happen to be live in Vegas. Last week we skipped a show, which was the first one we've done since we started. That was the first show we missed. So we're going to make up for it on this show by covering both weeks. So we've got Dr. Murray in the bottom right-hand corner, who's hailing from the Northwest in the United States. We've got Jorn in the bottom left corner, who hails from Florida. And we've got myself and Shadowkin, so STEM Citizen Shadowkin in the top left corner. So Shadowkin's based out of Columbus, Ohio. I'm based normally out of Vancouver, Canada. And why don't we go around the table and just talk about, how our weeks have been, and more importantly, what are we drinking tonight?
Oh,
yeah. Dr. Murray, you want to start us off?
You, buddy.
Oh.
Yay! That's good.
Yay!
So what are you drinking?
Well, what vintage? Oh, very nice. Very nice. It's been sitting around fallow for a year. Now, are you...
Really?
How can that be?
What?
So, I'm not the only one that has audio issues.
Well,
let's just say that.
Hang on.
Bam.
Their audio should be coming through the same audio that we're on.
All right, so...
Maybe... No. Discord audio.
Ah.
It's not showing up as an input.
Okay.
So, wait. We can add it.
We can add it?
We can add it. Yeah.
So one of the reasons why we're having these audio difficulties is we've been promising for months now to switch from XSplit Broadcaster over to Streamlabs OBS, and we decided that not only would we do our first show off location in a city that we don't know, which we don't even know if we're going to have Wi-Fi or great technology to work it out, and we've got to pack green screens and computers and get everything there. But then we also decide today's the day we're going to switch from Streamlabs over to...
Okay, guys, go ahead and say something. Okay, Stream, do you hear them now?
Okay, and then are they hearing us twice? I think they'll be hearing us twice.
Shouldn't.
You sure?
No, because one's an input, one's an output.
Ah.
I know how to do sound. Oh, they can't hear sound. Okay, well, it's coming through.
Because that's clear. Nope, nada. I think they're trolling us.
No echo either.
Okay, no echo's
Just
good.
once from things. All right, so...
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. See, the sound input should be going in via, picking. Because if I pick that, it's going to actually come out.
Yeah, you don't want it coming out of the speakers.
Right.
So now it's going to the headphones.
No. Well, I don't know. I don't know what it is. Let's try this. Okay, try and say something now, guys. Almost.
Trump
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, so I probably have to define it as an input somehow. Let's go back to the regular scene here, so it's less confused.
So
Shit.
So it'd be your.
Well, I like how that just switches at random. Okay.
You can also drag the 3 cam up to the top.
What 3?
The
I
scene,
don't care.
that'll make it easier.
Frame speakers. Yeah, it has to be an input. Audio input capture. There we go. That's got to be it.
That should be it. Add source.
Oh.
No. Because it's looking for a device
Yeah,
input.
we need the audio.
We want an
from,
application input.
I don't know why. Okay, guys, can you join the audio of the Zoom call? Because I know that'll work.
There we go.
So we'll join over here.
Ooh, they already can hear us though. So we don't need to do that. Now they'll get an echo.
No, I'm going to disconnect from here. We have to.
Jazz hands.
Mm-hmm. So wait.
So what's everybody drinking in chat? What do we got
I
going?
don't think anyone can hear us. Hold on. Speakers are headphones. Where the fuck are they? Microphone. Okay, there we go. Okay, can you guys hear us? Join audio.
Strawberry tea crunch. Bernheim wheat whiskey. Ooh, nice one, gin and tonic. Red Bull and vodka. Nice. Good choice. Zaya rum. Very nice. Corwin. Getting ready to go to bed, hooking. All right, man. Well, thanks for stopping in. Sorry we're starting a little bit late. Oh, the Merlot bottle is empty. Oh man, you need another one. Is there anything else hanging around the house? Mexican Coke, gin and tonic. Star Citizen 312, great name. Very generic, but I love it. Commitment. Peach Fresca, Mystic. I love Fresca. I think that we need to have a Fresca party at some point. I think we start chilling for Fresca. Don't you?
Chilling for Fresca.
So, McAllen's not doing it, so Fresca
join the
should
Zoom
really
audio. They're not listening.
They're not. Are they trying?
It doesn't show in.
Everyone in chat. Tell @Joran and Dr. Murray
I think they aren't. They need to drop Discord audio. Tell them to drop Discord audio.
to drop Discord audio and join Zoom audio.
Oh shit! I didn't hit that. Oh god damn it! It doesn't affect it
Yes.
because it's
Pretty
within the app.
That's
Question is,
pretty
can I
cool.
minimize? Oh god, I can't minimize.
No, you can't minimize it.
Oh shit! How do I get it back? Oh god! Oh wait, here it is. There we go.
Mild panic.
God, I hate Zoom. We're killing Zoom.
So Benjamin Beaufort is probably saying that Discord probably has exclusivity on the mics, which is something I was sort of thinking about, right? Because normally exclusivity would be. That's why one of the reasons I use Voice Meet a Banana.
It's not helping me right now.
I'm sorry.
Hey, can the stream still hear us?
Testing.
Testes. Can you guys still hear us?
Yes. Okay. Good.
Okay. And you and Jordan and Doc, you have joined Zoom audio, right? Yes. Okay. What the shit? Why can't we hear them? Oh.
Okay, we can hear you fine now.
Okay. I can hear you. Yeah. Just need to switch. Actually, I need to switch it back.
Can you hear the other guys?
Okay, keep talking. Oh, that is weird. Okay, there we go.
Testes.
Okay. Double audio.
Syphilis. We got an echo for me. So, is it coming through the same input? What about muting that one? And now?
Just shh. Just talk. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Can you
They
hear
should be
them?
hearing all of us now.
Can you hear them?
There should be no echo now. Yay, Rovax, thank you. Excellent, Benjamin. Nice, okay.
So we're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
No, they said they can hear
They
you.
can hear us just fine.
Mr. Furry.
Oh. Nope. Oh, shit. Okay.
They were coming through here.
So that's an input. Can we then route that? Like maybe click on the cog on that one?
I don't. That's not it though. It's OBS. Yeah, it's not that simple. Everything has an input. It's actually nice, but rather annoying. No, the thing is you guys should be coming through the same input that we are.
So right now they're coming through Zoom, is that right? Not Discord. Okay.
Right, and we're on that same feed. Like, they can hear us because of that. Like, we hear them, so they should as well. That's what doesn't make any sense. Okay. This is just audio device. This is what we're looking for. Oh, okay, I see only one. Yeah, because I didn't want it to use that. So
Yeah, understood.
So that's correct. So it should be picking up the video capture device audio, which is that.
You're hearing exactly the frustration that I go
Hey,
through.
thanks for the
when I have an
sub,
issue.
Mootley.
Hey, Mootley. Thanks, man.
Despite the audio.
It's good, man, supporting us.
That's right.
Trying to give us that extra oomph to get over our audio issues here. Okay. So then they won't hear us now, or they should, because that's still the mic. Okay.
Well, which one did I just change now? Damn it. This one. Okay. So I guessing it's good talk, guys.
Okay. Testing. No. Testing.
Is it weird?
Well, hold on.
It's hearing us.
There.
It's hearing us.
Yeah.
It's probably echoing. No, it can't be that because that's what we're already putting in. No, we don't have it.
So someone just said echo, so we've definitely got two inputs.
Yeah, I gotta get rid of that.
Okay. That should be
Video
gone now.
capture device is that. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, can we do an audio capture on that
I
thing?
tried that. It doesn't come up with software. Remember? We tried this.
We need someone who knows Streamlabs. You know what?
Audio
Can we Google
output.
this?
Wait,
Let's
audio
use
output
Google.
capture.
Google knows everything.
Google, ask the woman.
The woman?
Yeah, Google. She knows everything.
She knows everything. All right. So. Yes.
Yeah, see, this is output captures. We don't want that. Definitely get rid of that. Yep. We're getting there. Not really, but maybe. We just need to know how do you capture audio from a piece of software. Discord, whatever. Zoom. Do I... See, we can hear you guys. Yes, it is. It's turned up. That's the only one that's showing any input right now. High definition audio. No way. There is? That's not good.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Desktop.
No, okay. Ear elephant. It's ear elephant. There's no echo right now. There shouldn't be. Okay, that's really strange because... Yeah, no echo now, right? Rotax, no echo. Okay.
Excellent.
Good. All right. Sources. No capture. Man, we were so freaking close. Display capture? No. Image capture? No.
It looks good.
Right? Video capture. Media source. No.
Try.
That's not gonna be it.
Well,
No, because it's a playable file. Capture. It's gotta be fucking. Desktop audio device?
Why would you want to use two audio?
YouTube.
It's
They could hear YouTube.
yeah.
He's probably talking about the OS settings.
Yeah, that's irrelevant because it's all set through the mixer right here. It's set for it doesn't really matter, but yeah. So the communications is up here, and the headphones is the mic. The mic is our mic. Okay, hold on. Wait, I have an idea.
So you're saying make sure your settings audio match your output device in Discord.
We're not using Discord though, or should be.
I know, but or the settings device in Zoom, right? So it'd be the
Well, they
same.
can't be the same. That's the thing. That's that whole thing where it's isolated. Discord, whatever one it's currently using, it doesn't let you use it anywhere else.
Yeah. People.
Yeah, that's not a problem because they can hear
Yeah.
us just fine. We need to be able to take from Zoom, which is a piece of software, and make it a audio input. Because we're actually seeing it through the video capture device, which is what we're capturing their video through, but their audio is not coming through. And I tried an audio capture device, and it doesn't show up. It only shows pieces of hardware. Yeah, I put audio capture. It's only microphones.
Okay.
Let's try this.
So we've got streamer mode enabled. So
Mhm.
turn off streamer mode, and that should do it. They're saying from Discord.
Okay.
So streamer mode is.
But we're not.
Let's
we're
turn it
not
off
using-
anyway. Just
we're not-
disable it.
We're not using Discord.
Okay. Go to right point. Okay. So I'm researching Discord specifically because there's nothing on Zoom for this, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
So just make sure that you've done that first, because that's clearly the basics.
Yeah.
So that's the same?
Yeah.
Should we check it just be safe? Just saying.
That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It doesn't even show up. It's because Discord currently has it. That's why. Doesn't make any sense. My headphones are not
Well, if we're not
showing
using
up.
Discord, then just kill it.
I tried to, and I set it back to default, so we can pick anyone we want.
But we joined the.
I know, but that's why I did that. So let me switch that off too.
So they shouldn't be able to hear us.
No, they will. Because
Okay.
remember, it's coming through the video capture, which is the Zoom session we're currently in, which makes no fucking sense why it's not working. Because we're talking through the same damn thing. See, this is speakers on
Oh.
the Yeti. It's not the actual...
So that's
Discord, then relaunch Zoom.
so that's
Exclusivity
device
doesn't,
1 and device 2.
doesn't
Would that
hop
work?
well.
There's all this down here. It's already there.
Okay. So it's all disabled there. Can we pick a
The
like
one
a
we
a
want is
software
not in
source?
there.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh, they
yeah.
heard me. Wait, they heard me. They can hear me.
Who heard
Yeah.
you?
There's sound.
Jordan's heard.
What?
They're hearing me. Can you hear anybody else?
I've disabled it, that's why.
Oh my god. Did you disable?
Fuck it, we're not touching it now!
What did
Oh
you
my
bring?
god.
Can you hear
Okay,
Dr. Murray?
so, do you hear Dr. Murray?
Yay!
Oh my gosh. So echo on Jordan and Dr. Murray.
No, okay, there's only one fucking source
There's
now.
an
There
A
better
in
be no
Murray.
echo.
No Dr. Murray. And Dr. Murray, too. Okay. Yes, we got Dr. Murray. We got
Talk,
me.
Dr. Murray.
Talk. Always talking. They said
Oh,
they
is
can
there
hear
an
me.
echo?
And we can hear Murray too. I can't hear it.
Hey, thanks for the follow, Benjamin.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
Boom!
Okay.
Oh my god, that only
Good.
took a half an hour.
Cheers.
Cheers! We cannot drink! It's
I'm
been
not-
it's 8 o'clock this
I'm not
morning.
here.
We're not able to drink yet.
Drop the audio just a bit. We're peeking a bit.
I need a
Don't worry
beer.
about it. It's actually not that accurate. So
All
we
right.
sound good. Everyone sounds good,
All
right?
right,
We're not too
Jesus
overmodulated.
All right, well, that's what you get when you're remote streaming from Las Vegas after partying all day and all night out there and not sleeping and hanging out with hookers.
No. Okay, maybe he's
So-
right.
So we're gonna have to make that font bigger because I can't
Strippers.
read that from here.
You're fine. Is that big
No, we
enough?
can't
too
hear
big.
Stem.
Too big. You can hear me.
Too big. That's what she said.
They're trying to figure out what the hell they're doing out there.
So where's the drink at? We got to show them at least what we're
yeah,
having.
yeah, yeah.
Well,
Okay.
since
So what do y'all-
Dr.
what do y'all
Murray's
drink?
aged water.
We are drinking.
You're drinking. Get the bottle right. Oh yeah. Okay. The deuce. Well, no, the name's on the back.
The deuce.
The deuce.
Looks interesting. What exactly is that?
Cognac.
I say.
Oh, cognac.
Beautiful.
It's pretty damn good.
Fancy.
And I like the logo on the front, which is really cool.
That is pretty
Hey,
cool.
Mystic.
Hey, Mystic. Thank you. $10.
Woo woo.
So.
Thanks, Mr.
Is that for an audio engineer too?
Also goes
Yes.
to the audio engineer.
Yes, it does. Totally goes. to
Trust
the
to
other.
invest in a better
So
solution of audio.
What I did was I added the desktop audio. That's what I had to do.
Like I said to do minutes ago.
No,
Like-
you didn't fucking say
Like
that.
30 minutes ago. Yes,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
I said
No, you
add the
didn't.
desktop audio. It's
No,
my exact
I
fucking
had
words.
it in there already. That's the point.
All
Anyway,
right.
Round one, fight.
Right. No. Done. He's already dead.
So,
Yeah, like I already said.
So welcome to the Yacht Club.
yeah, welcome.
Better
So-
dollars.
So let's go around, try this again, and see what people are drinking. So, Dr. Murray, what are you drinking?
Well, we already know he's drinking water. It's still boring. So,
Doesn't-
Jordan, what are you drinking, buddy?
I'm drinking surprise, Shipyard
A
Pumpkin Ale.
Yeah, okay. Well, we have the two most unoriginal bastards ever.
I know it's always
That's
pumpkin
okay.
spice and water.
Hey, look, we're Jump Club aficionados today. See, Jordan is, and of
Wow.
course, Dr. Murray is being his own person.
Nobody gave me a goddamn memo, so how am I supposed to know?
We always wear our Jump Club shirts. Or some
I'm
of
wearing
us.
a Doctor Who
Anyway,
shirt right now.
Doctor Who rocks.
Yeah, see, TARDIS.
It's pretty good. I can't even.
That rocks
What's
pretty
it cut out?
pretty nerdy.
Are you fucking serious?
All right,
Yeah.
on with the
Put it
show.
over there, can't hear.
I believe you.
Well, they can't hear. They can't hear. What?
Bluetooth,
You can't hear what?
hardly reliable.
Who can't hear?
What
Oh,
do you?
Stem can't hear.
Who can't hear?
Stem.
Dead.
DED.
Really? Swear to God.
I can go grab.
No, it can't be. Why How in the hell is
Maybe
it dead? I just had
maybe
it on
Am I
charging.
just unpaired?
Yeah, let's see. I'll just repair.
Try and turn it off and on.
Pull back out.
Give it a second. Yeah,
Do
'cause
you
it's
add
full
desktop
charge.
audio?
Okay.
Yep, left channel.
Here we go.
Okay, now we're good. Never mind. Just needed to repair.
All right.
Okay, so let's
Panic.
start into the show.
All right.
It's about damn time.
Well, okay, so let's go down to past the state of the verse. Let's have a look at what we had. So we've had 2 weeks, guys, where we haven't been able to chat. We've had a lot go on in that 2 weeks. So just because
It's been a busy 2 weeks.
it's been a busy 2 weeks. So we're going to go through in chronological order. Start off on Thursday, August 29th, and just have a look at what happened with that ISC, and then move forward from there. So we need to get that lined up.
Yeah.
So what we're doing right now is we're just getting the scene set up for you so that we can watch in the cinema mode that we really like doing. If you're new to the show and you haven't seen the cinema mode, it's kind of cool because it allows you to see pretty much the entire screen. So we can take all of the great video content that is given to us by CIG, now called CI, every week, and put it front and center so you can see it. And then it's cool because we can also do certain things like we had the Ad Astra commercial the other day, so movie trailers for some cool sci-fi stuff that's coming up that we all love as Yacht Club members. We showed the Top Gun one, which is pretty cool. In fact, that was really cool. Jordan, do you remember we showed the Top Gun trailer, and then the week after that, an awesome community member, Star Citizen community member, made a Top Gun trailer, sort of copycat in the Star Citizen universe. So that was a really cool thing.
That was well done.
I want to see more of that happen because it's meshing what we love that we can actually interact with now and as proper gameplay loops, like real game trailer, like movie trailer, and Star Citizen. So we can watch that. It's my terrible attempt at a joke.
Right. All right. So I'm gonna have to.
I told you we should set this up before we went in.
Shut up. We have no idea what's gonna happen here, but here we go.
Crossing our fingers.
We're gonna be manipulating things as we go here.
So just like we did for Zoom,
and of course it doesn't work.
We want to do a capture,
and it doesn't work.
But you have it paused, right? So press
Now we're
pause.
disembodied
Oh,
voices.
that's not playing. Okay.
It should be capturing the entire window. Watch. Here we go. So I'm gonna do.
And we also need to
how this
Dr.
works.
Murray and Jordan, put them in this window.
Yeah, I know. That's the other problem I'm gonna have.
It's been really busy, okay, and we worked on this for a couple of hours last night to try and get it going.
Oh, thanks for Elysium. Appreciate the
Hey, buddy.
Twitch Prime sub there.
Thank you.
Ah, yeah.
Okay.
2 months in a row. Woo!
Cheers.
I'm gonna flip back here. And
Nice.
We're gonna work on that.
So, for those of you that don't know what your Twitch Prime sub is and what you can do with it, here's a beginner's tutorial.
Here's everything not to do.
So, go talk to your mommy and find out if we can have their Twitch Prime.
Hey!
Vectro!
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this.
Oh,
thank you for
thanks.
that.
Thanks, Spectro.
10.
He's gonna change my name
Thank you.
to Worthless Audio Engineer.
Fired audio engineer.
So let's just. You want to just talk to the points while I try and figure this out? Because we're working on fast on getting this.
Sure.
Up.
So
Yes.
so
working on it.
that week what we had is it was all about the Nautilus, if you remember. The Nautilus had come out the week before, but we had the
Talked about
Q&A
the
come
Nautilus
through.
already. Oh.
And we actually had the QA show up on that Wednesday, and we talked a little bit about it, but we really need to go through it when we have Inside Sources.
Well, we can talk about. You want to talk about the Q&A while he's getting us set up over there?
Sure.
And a couple of high points.
Yeah, go for it.
So some of the high points on the Nautilus Q&A. So they talked about the Nautilus a bit in the Inside Star Citizen two weeks ago. That it was really designed for people who want to be involved in combat. Oh, thanks, Dane. Appreciate the Twitch Prime to tier 1 sub. That's awesome.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
Very
Well
nice.
done.
So it's designed for defensive gameplay for people that want to participate in combat operations but aren't really combat people. So laying mines and maintaining the minefields, because the lifespan of the mines is measured in days. So if you lay mines, you can't just expect them to be there indefinitely. So you have to actually monitor the status of the mines, and they deteriorate over time. So that sounds like it's going to be fairly expensive. So it's kind of a short-term thing. And then the Nautilus can equip and use drones from the Vulcan and Carrack, because that was a big question that people had, but it lacks the equipment to repair or refit them for their specified roles, because a lot of people are really excited about drone gameplay, and of course everybody has Carracks, right? So you're going to be doing
Everybody
a lot of
has Carracks.
who doesn't have a Carrack, right? Like,
Who doesn't
everybody
have a
needs Carrack.
I think
Put your hand up
but
in chat if you don't have a
Everybody needs
Carrack.
Raise your hand if you don't have a Carrack.
the
most one of the most popular ships
Susan
in
Lou doesn't have a Carrack. Yeah.
Susan
it's
Lou's
not-
got a cutlass. He's probably got 12 cutlasses strapped together, so it probably looks like a Carrack.
Yeah.
he's got a
The Voltron.
Corsair. Got a
The Voltron
Corsair
Carrack.
as the alternative trash can Voltron.
They can explore the verse with no toilets.
Mystic doesn't have a carrot. One day.
All right.
Blinky
So
doesn't
all
have
the-
a carrot.
So
All the plebes that don't own
Hendel
Carrack.
doesn't have a Carrack. I'm surprised by that.
There are no plebes. We're
there are
gonna,
no plebes.
we're not going
Sounds
to
like something a plebe would say.
Or a Mercury.
We're
So,
all
hey,
inclusive here. There
yeah,
are no
so-
plebes.
So
There-
there
we're all
are plenty of people that do have Carracks, and for everybody there, I'll put this out personally for my invite. You're more than welcome to come on board my Carrack when we go exploring the verse, and I'm sure you'll find many, many people in the Yacht Club that'll be willing to have you jump on and go and have an adventure. And I'll say it on my Carrack, we split revenues, so we take the cost off of whatever repairs are and fuel prices and all that, and then working together, we split the revenue. And that's
So you're
gonna
not
be
paying
the-
them. It's not minimum
I-
wage.
No, I'm not paying minimum wage.
Less
This
than
is-
minimum wage.
This is
Less
profit.
than
This is
minimum
profit
wage.
sharing. And
Minimum Canadian wage.
Yeah.
that's right. I'm paying you in pesos. They're colorful pesos. So, but the trick is going to be for me, it's going to be about hauling, right? So, what you do is come and work on the ship or fly escort, and if you have expenses because we get into an encounter and you shoot off missiles, etc., we take those off the top as well, so we reimburse you on that. And then if you want to contribute towards the haul, then we can just fly a bigger transport ship. So I've got hulls A through E, and if we want to fill up a hull E and do an awesome mission and then profit share and work that out, we can build a calculator very easily to figure that out for us, and we do it through
How-
contracts and pay everybody
How
else.
is this the Q&A?
We actually have we kind of went from
I'm
the
just
Nautilus to
talking
the
while we
Carrack.
fix things over
Okay,
here.
so we're talking
We're
about the Nautilus.
stalling if it's not noticeable.
Alright, so
We're getting really
back-
close though.
So back to the Nautilus Q&A, and yeah, so anybody who doesn't have a Carrack, if you're hanging out in the yacht club, lots of people with Carracks, it's coming out in a couple of quarters. Most of us don't really care about the Nautilus because how expensive was that? It was like
Oh, it's
$700
ridiculous.
$750 for a
$725.
mine laying ship that everybody just wanted it because it had size 7 guns.
You know what?
That's really all they cared about.
And there was, and a lot of people were saying they want to use it as a sniper, and it had some really good, like you could kite people with it. So it has a lot of good gameplay, but at the price
No, it
point,
doesn't.
No, it doesn't.
okay, at the price point, and the fact that there's nothing to CCU to it, since am I right in saying the Starfarer is the closest thing because they priced it just below the Polaris? Even why you would change your Polaris into one, I don't know, but there's nothing to CCU to it, so people aren't even putting them in buyback, so they have the ability to get them later. So it's going to be one of those that a lot of people earn in the game, and the people that have them, it's going to be really, really rare. So congratulations to you if you bought one, because you're probably going to be in demand when time comes and war breaks
Yeah.
out.
Yep. No, well, and even not even for war, but for defense, like they said, defensive gameplay for, like you're part of the UEMC for the United Earth Mining Corporation, for defending mining zones. So and you've got a mining operation, and you might want to lay some mines around the perimeter to, help create a defensive barrier there. Which kind of leads to one of the other questions, or that was asked about the what the range on the mines is. So the minimum engagement radius of between 5 and 10 kilometers. So and they'll pursue targets a fair distance beyond that to allow relatively small quantities of mines to cover a moderately large area.
So
But
what
it
does
only
that
holds
mean?
what, 24 mines?
So
Was
what
it
does that
20?
mean if it has a range of 5 to 15 kilometers, but it will pursue longer? Well, I mean, what is?
But it can't pursue that long because I mean it doesn't have that big a drive. So I mean it might follow somebody if you end up in you end up in the middle of a minefield and they start coming after you. But so if you've got 24 mines at 10 kilometers potentially between them, then that's what 24 and 240 kilometers, but you don't want to just have them in a row. So if you start splitting that up, I mean that's only maybe 100 square kilometers or thereabout that you're covering with one batch of mines. When you look at how big space is, that's not that big.
True,
So,
but let's say you had a whole bunch, right? And I come flying straight through them. What's the speed of these things? Because can I go through with a Herald and just fly like right by a few of them, and they can't chase me because I can go faster than the mines can? So, I mean, there's a lot of unanswered questions that I'd like to know when it comes to this. So, obviously, bigger ships, they'll probably be able to catch bigger ships. We understand they're going to be low emission, so they're going to be really hard to detect, which is good. But there's still a lot of balancing factors that I would love the QA to answer. And even if they don't have a definitive answer on that, they might say, well, the intent is that some of the faster ships, maybe sort of more scouting-based ones, including not the Terrapin, would be able to outrun it. But it's really meant for those larger ships. So you would use a smaller ship for scouting, which has shorter range, and that's the limitation to kind of try and get past a minefield. I don't know.
Well,
A lot of unknown answers.
Another point Captain Blinky brought up is that it's not necessarily for mining a large area, but it's also between point A and point B. So, like, say a pirate group has an interdiction. A quantum interdiction ship. So you're flying between Port Olisar and Area 18, and so they interdict you and they drop you out of quantum along that quantum route, and then you end up dropping right in the middle of this minefield.
I told you.
So,
and
there's
had to wear a bright shirt.
Sorry, we're having a side conversation about my elimination of the black bar, which is killing the name. So, you're welcome. Anyway.
Oh.
So we have things working though.
Cheers.
So
okay. So
you pour some for you, but then you don't pour some.
I got him the same level as you, so we poured at the same time.
Bastard.
Anyhow, we have a lot of stuff to cover tonight. So just a couple more points. Mine thrusters only work in 0G. They can be set to friend or foe status using existing faction hostility system. And mines will not communicate data back to the mothership other than their status. So that they're not going to communicate if somebody comes through your minefield, they're not going to radio that back to you. So moving on to the Inside Star Citizen from 2 weeks ago. So this was the part of the about the Nautilus. So we can probably skip through that. So we saw that.
Yeah,
we jump to the other scene.
I just want to bring up what Dalamar said there. He said that QA talked all about the mines, not really about the ship, and I totally have to agree with that. So the QA was not focused on the ship. I think there was a little bit more on the ship in the recent Jump Point magazine, which was fairly good. But again, that's
I didn't look at the Jump Point.
Well, it was about the development process of the ship, right? It was about the work in progress. So
that's always a lot of fun. Yeah.
We don't have a lot of information about the ship. Okay, now that being said, we did have on the sales page we had the 3 decks that were set out. So maybe they thought, well, a floor map would be adequate, but we don't have speeds. We don't have where it's going to sit relative to other ships of its size.
Right. Yep.
But I tell you, when the one piece of information is when they spoke about the mines being 4 meters tall.
Yeah.
Or was it 2 meters tall?
Big.
You know, it was
Killers.
4 meters
I think
tall.
there were 4. Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
4.
four.
Yeah,
They're
so
huge.
Yeah.
that for me was incredible because everyone was saying, "Oh, there's not that many mines." You know, well, the fact that they're big really justifies the ship because people are complaining that it's a big ship and how can it only hold? Was it 24, 36 mines, something like that?
24 mines, and that's not, and that's separate from the actual cargo hold. So it actually carried a medium amount of cargo, which was separate from the actual mine carrying capability that it had.
And aren't the mines going to have their own components as well?
Yep.
So-
And their own fuel supply and their own thrusters, but apparently their thrusters are going to be fast enough to catch up to a ship cruising through,
Okay,
because otherwise they're pointless.
well, it'll have
Well,
to be.
probably. I hope they
but-
had some sort of.
But
agility
what
thing
kind
in
of ship?
that.
Like, would it catch a Vanguard Warden, a heavier fighter? You know.
Well, most of those
or-
ships cruise at 1,000 meters a second, so it has to go from standing still to 1,000 meters a second in enough time to keep up with it within its 5 to 10 kilometer range.
So
So
Karadef
mines.
CCU'd his character Nautilus.
I love you, Karadef. Captain Trollio.
All right.
Bastard.
All right, moving along in ISC from 2
Spectre
weeks
got
ago
one to
because
protect
we
his mining operations. Nice.
Where are we going next?
got a lot of stuff to cover. ISC last week, Vanguard livery experimentation. They're showing a couple of different Vanguard liveries.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It was nice.
I like these
Are,
because I love
Yeah,
the Vanguard.
Very nice.
are we showing these?
Yes,
Doesn't
we
look
are.
Yep.
like
Can
it.
you see him?
There we go.
Yep. Here they
They're
come.
up, they're
Okay.
up.
All right. So these are not the final design decisions, but so this is for the Sentinel and Harbinger.
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 It's not bringing nothing.
Harbinger.
Yeah.
It's not bringing Harb.
No, it's not a harp.
It's the Harbinger jet.
We already talked about this, Jordan. How'd you still mispronounce it?
I don't know. Like it's not my ship. It's a cool ship, but I don't own the ship. It's like it's $250.
It has rocket pods, and it's $285.
$280.
Yes.
I
And
don't
it's
have one,
also-
but
It's
but we have
also-
given away many on this show.
We have.
Yeah, we have. Most of them are mine.
Yes, exactly. Because you
Where?
have
have a
so
few.
you have so
Correct.
many of
Warrior.
them.
Were mine. No, I have. Yeah, I have about 12 or 6 of them
All right,
right now.
and
so.
and then the next item is the Mobileglass embedded chat system update. So they were showing customizing some of the chat features, changing colors for different party and ship and local.
This I actually liked. I'm really happy with the way this is starting to progress.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's funny because when you log in right now, and chat goes to random different colors. So like
Yeah.
it might be white.
Yeah, you don't even know
one
what they are
session,
because they don't
red,
seem to
another
stick.
one, and another one, and they're different
And
colors.
another one.
But yeah, it's a little weird. So they're going to give you all those different options to customize that. And then I thought the next one, the weapon attachments, the suppressor was actually pretty darn cool.
Good job.
So Dr. Murray noticed that Stim, you'd actually call that a silencer.
Oh,
In the
No, this was
initial
yeah,
notes.
this was last week's argument.
So
yeah.
so-
you know,
Yeah, so there's a bit of a discussion about that.
so I'd love to be educated about the difference between a
Doc-
suppressor and a silencer.
Dr. Murray,
Yes,
can
Dr. Murray.
elaborate.
There's no such thing as a silencer.
Okay, so in movies they call it a silencer, so therefore at least a subjective
Yeah,
thing has been
in
created.
movies they show explosive decompression too, and that's not real either. So
All kinds of things in movies.
Yeah, well,
so,
we know
so,
a suppressor
so
doesn't
Doc,
actually,
explain
we know a
what a
silencer or
suppressor
suppressor
is.
doesn't actually silence
That's-
things.
Right,
yeah,
just-
a suppressor just
right.
reduces
Muffles it.
It,
the
yeah, it
overall-
muffles the waves and helps for more cancellation of things, but it still has an issue. In fact, it doesn't silence things at all.
It suppresses the sound.
Yeah,
It's still
it's
close.
still over 100.
Suppresses the sound. So
James Bond doesn't lie to me. Never.
yes, exactly.
Yes, it does.
So then the
Never
next one was designing swag, the Aegis mouse pads, which was kind of, what I liked about seeing the design of the Aegis mouse pads and how they made those was that how they were just playing around with these gigantic assets like the Javelin and the Idris and just kind of moving them around,
Dude,
like these
this
little
part's easy.
assets.
is the pain in the ass part. But no,
I'm having such a good time giving Shadow a
yeah,
hard time.
yeah, he really is. And if he comes back with a black and blue forehead, you're gonna know why. No, so
And it's okay. You know what? The door deserved it. And like,
that's right.
Yeah.
but
So
you should see, he
I
loves
loved how
me,
they were moving
so
around
it's okay.
these gigantic ships. What do you kind of think about that?
Yeah, yeah, it looked good.
Because they're moving them in actual 3D objects into 3D space to create a mouse pad. Like,
yeah, and
oh,
to
we're
get
making
the
a mouse pad. It's
balance of, you know, and you've got people that, like, you know, whose favorite ship, and you're looking at that from a sort of sales perspective, and you want to sell really well. You know, when you're picking the ships, you don't just grab a bunch of ships and throw them in there. You say, well, who has what ships? What are the ships that people are, you know, aspiring to crew, to work on? You know, and so they pick them, they angle them, they design them. There's a lot of decisions that go into this. It's not just, you know, throw it up. There's a lot of design cues. They've got to.
You realize everyone has javelins. Duh.
Well, but
like
everybody wants to see the javelin in game, right? Everybody knows that the Hammerhead's a
javelin's
great
got-
escort in there.
Yeah.
To me, the Idris kind of sat a little bit second tier in this thing, which is a bit sad. I would have loved to have
I
seen
don't
the
know.
Idris a little bit
There's-
more.
I think they
more,
need the hammerhead.
Idris
I
is
think the
is by,
hammerhead looks the best out of the group, other than the javelin. But,
Agreed.
yeah.
it's the angle. I that is a terrible angle. That is the worst possible angle for the Idris.
Yeah, that's a
And-
fat girl angle.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Does it
That's
make
terrible.
my butt look big? Yes.
That's terrible.
But let's talk about the mouse pad. Hey, more swag, and
Okay,
they listen.
so-
I love that.
Yeah.
So it's a nice mouse pad.
Good point.
Well,
Although
they
it
It
listen,
doesn't have the
though.
Nautilus on it though, which is
No, they do actually have the Nautilus. It's like back somewhere in the back. Somebody found it because some people were saying that it wasn't on there, but it is actually in there somewhere.
I don't see it.
Maybe not.
Gladiuses?
I'll let you
It-
know when I get mine.
It's maybe not in this view. They don't have it in there yet. I think it's up there somewhere in the upper left area. But I saw the finished mouse pad in a picture from the concierge event, and it is definitely in there. Somebody zoomed in on
So,
it.
chat, what do we think? Do we like this? Where this is going with swag? Because I think it's fucking gorgeous.
Agreed.
We need
So
more mouse
next-
pads, that's for sure.
So next item was
more swag in
the
general.
absolute.
Mouse pads are a great ubiquitous thing that
We-
we all need.
We
They're also good to hit
Ubiquitous.
me.
Did you
with.
catch
We
that
need
one?
more
Woo!
Big words.
We need more shirts.
I like big words.
We need
Yes,
more shirts.
More shirts, I would agree. All right, Jordan, where are we going on to next?
We're going to the UI building blocks, which is the absolute best part of this show. So
Oh, boy.
screw the Nautilus. Screw the Nautilus that 99% of the community could really care less about.
Jordan
and
was literally waiting for this.
move on
No,
to-
I thought this was totally great. Totally great. Love
Yeah,
where this is
because
going.
everybody bitches about how bad the UI is in everything, and like when you go up to an elevator, I mean that whole elevator interaction thing sucks, and it really sucks. So I mean the fact that not only it's going to be a better interaction system, but it's going to be so much easier for them to actually build these, and
Right.
so the actual tools are going to be in the hands of every one of their developers, and they don't actually have to go to a different team to make a UI set. And then also they were saying that they can test these immediately instead of having there's like a multi-step process. So there's a reason
We could do a whole
that
show
it's
on
been
this.
so long. Yeah, we can do a whole show on UI. And this is going to be awesome.
There was one point a second there where they were just showing the colors changing on like the floors there. So you could have it where there's a fire on a floor, or you've got decompression, explosive decompression on a particular floor, and that one would go red. So you're sitting there and you're the captain of your ship and you want to report on damage that's happened on and someone can read out, deck
Captain!
5 we've got decompression.
Check 7,
you know?
decompress!
It's amazing.
Fire them out the airlock! Oh wait, they're already out the airlock. Very good, very good. Wow.
And just giving them that much flexibility with the UI, I thought was just really awesome. So I mean, they seem very, very excited about what they're going to be able to do. And then the new Gladius UI looks pretty darn good.
Yes, this looks really good. Can't wait for it to actually be
Yes,
implemented.
I can't wait till they fix every goddamn HUD or MFD on every ship, because the MFDs suck so bad.
They need to
They're
do it
so
again.
hard. so hard to
the
work with.
Interaction
They
systems
suck, they
a little
suck
rough.
so hard, or they're so bad and they're so hard to use.
Yes, they're so
Really?
hard and they
Both.
suck.
I just
Yes.
want clarification.
I guess.
You're
I-
still in our Vegas
They
talk.
suck hard.
You forgot who
Never
we're
mind.
talking
I'm
to.
not leaving Vegas talk. We've been having a great time.
Everything
Okay, so-
sounds different in Vegas, doesn't it?
So
It does.
I have a question. I
Kinda looks
apologize
like
if
a-
I'm.
Grabbing Shadow can for some fun here.
Oh! Okay, explosive decompression. Why is this fake news? What's the story?
People
Is
don't
it-
actually explode.
Is it the explosion part? Because
Yeah, it's
because
the
there's
pressure
no
change.
oxygen. Is that what we're talking about?
No, it's that the pressure change isn't great enough to cause any kind of vortex to pull somebody out of the ship. It's like going from 14 psi to 0 psi. It's
Oh, so it's not enough to suck somebody out of the ship.
right. It's not enough to knock you off your feet.
Well done.
You've just destroyed like all kinds
I know.
of like, great stuff.
All-
All dreams
all-
have been crushed for
all-
all movies
all-
from now on.
It's like the
I'm
realization
so
all
disappointed
sci-fi.
right now.
that
all
if you look
sci-fi
at-
is
Oh,
the
sci-fi is a lie.
Yeah.
Sci-fi
Yeah, it's like
is
if you
a
look
lie.
look at any star in space, it just looks white because of the intensity of it. That's kind of just ruins it for people.
Yep.
Fun. So
All right. So what's
moving-
next there,
moving along
Joran?
to the.
Murray
do we-
ruins everything.
Do we want to skip the roadmap from 2 weeks ago because it was irrelevant?
Yeah, and it's been updated. Yeah.
Exactly. Newsletter, sneak peek, concept, stealth, something or another. We've got a link for that. What was that? I don't even remember what that was.
Ready?
Ooh.
Ready? Ready?
Ready?
I want to talk about
what,
this first.
What is it?
I want to talk about this first. Dibs.
You do?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Fucking
Predator!
Because duh, that's what everyone said.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. I forgot about that. That was
Yeah.
pretty crazy looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
pretty
looks
much.
just like Predator.
It is Predator. I mean, it's fucking
It looks
Every-
a lot.
eyes
everybody
and
said that.
everything. Nose.
Def-
But I mean, hey, it's
definitely-
cool.
You are one ugly
Def-
motherfucker.
All I have
definitely
to
a
say
little-
is, all I have to say is, with that many lights on your face, how the fuck are you stealth?
True.
How
So-
their stealth armor with red glowing eyes is not stealthy. Is that what
Like,
you're
right,
saying?
right.
Do we have?
So what
any,
actually excited
like,
me about
indication
this,
as to
though?
why?
What saddened you, Jordan?
Yeah.
No, what excited
you
me
sad?
about this, I was excited about it being in a snowstorm.
Don't ask it like that, Stem. That's gross.
We need to have a little fireside chat.
Oh god.
You know what? I think it's when
It's been enough
as,
fireside chats
as we
here.
start coming out of the
Oh, here he goes, coming out again.
out of the spring, you know, and pumpkin spice beer becomes harder to find.
Oh God, don't even talk about that.
It becomes a sad time of the year.
This is sad Jordan time.
That's-
I agree. Totally agree.
You know,
We're not there
and the
yet, thank God.
Stockpiles of pumpkin spice beer that have been bought start to dwindle as you get through the midsummer months.
Yeah, you really are.
It becomes really
You're reaching
sad.
on that one.
It was terrible. It was terrible. I don't think it lasted past April.
I
So
hope
are-
it doesn't last past February.
Is pumpkin spice now back in the stores? Are we there yet?
Yeah, he's been there, man. Where you been?
Dude, I've been drinking
You've been
pumpkin
drinking
spice
it
for
for the
weeks.
last few weeks.
I know,
Like,
but I
almost,
wasn't
like,
sure if there was some
weeks.
holdout bottles he had in the cellar.
I know.
No, no,
he
no.
got
It's
rid
like,
of
no,
those
we-
by April.
No, we finished those off last April, and I had to go May, June, July, and half of August. It was horrific. But moving right along. Okay, so we had a jump
So
point.
sad.
And we'll skip the jump point. SC Live modular space stations. That was actually super cool. Does anybody want to cover that one? Do you remember the SC Live modular
I
space
actually
station?
watched it.
Yeah.
it was
I
pretty
didn't
good.
watch it.
It was a bit. I mean, obviously, this is those Friday shows that are this way, and they're really, really, really in depth, and you get lost in it. But if you look at what they're really doing, the accent, obviously, to detail again is unbelievable. So, and I really like the way they phased through it, where it was like time based or environment based, and you can change the look of one scene alone just by changing a few variables. I thought that was really neat.
And that it would, and just changing a few parameters, and they could just instantly generate the entire thing from scratch, and how that that's the procedural tool that they just put in these data points of what they want this room to be and what they want to have in there, and then it just generates them, and that's going to generate the entire interior of these large space stations.
Right.
And then beyond that, it's going to generate the interior of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it, looking at the longer project of Star Citizen, that this is one of the most important key building blocks that we have to really build a believable, explorable universe in the landing zones. It's like right now we have Lorville and we have Area 18, and even though they're huge, we really have a very small explorable area. You have very few buildings you can actually go into and walk around inside of buildings. And this tool is going to allow them to generate the whole interior of an entire skyscraper. So like those gigantic buildings that we have in Area 18, they'll be able to generate 500 rooms that you can walk around in.
Yeah, because it's based on library assets that would be based on the zone, the area, and things like that.
It's all maths.
And I hope they have the 0.0000001% of generating the teddy bear in any scene.
Yes.
That's all I want.
It needs to be a higher percentage than that, and tortoises.
Okay.
Many tortoises.
Well, I'm just saying in any scene.
Just like random teddy bears.
Yes.
Think about the implications here. So when you generate a level, when you generate a station, you don't want to have two cubby blasts. So you're going to make sure that there's one of everything. It's just like when you go to a strip mall on the side of the street. I don't know, what do you call them in the States when you have like a little market? Strip mall. So just checking because we don't have decals down here. So,
shit.
So
you're an American now, man.
He literally is.
You got a decal. You're a decal over here.
You're
a
my
cal
country.
tire.
He's literally in America all the time. What are you talking about?
So you want to have one place that you can buy components, and one place that you can buy weapons, and one place that you can buy med kits and stuff like that. So you got to spear that out, and then you've got the AI that need to be spawned as a result of those, and they need to have schedules. So there's a cascading effect of which the building of these is going to work with subsumption as well, right? And how that pushes through. So it's really interesting how this is going to work. And then the next thing I wanted to kind of talk about, and it's a little bit of theory crafting here, but
theory crafting.
Hold on, SimCity.
Oh my God.
SimCity 2000, I think it was, or the latest SimCity.
2000.
More than 9,000 SimCities. Well, hold on. Before they would have these mega structures, and these mega structures would have a little bit of they wouldn't have industrial in them, but they have residential and commercial, and at the top, they'd have scrubbers or giant parks. And so the idea is that in the future, you live in this giant complex where you go to work on floor 5, and you live on floor 27, and you go to the park on the roof, and everything's delivered by Amazon, via VTOL, right? It all lands. So there's restaurant level.
That do shirts out on Shadoogle.
So just a small segue there because Game Blast hasn't been around to talk to us for a little while.
Jesus Christ! You just couldn't avoid it.
Oh my God! He somehow got to Game Blast.
So
really, where did we?
My company.
It says
It's
Arcologies.
going to be called Stimazon.
Yes.
And Shadow's in-game company is going to be called Shadoogle.
Shadoogle.
And between the two of us,
so he's going to run all the buying, selling.
We're going to make people a lot of money.
Run the universe.
That's right. Anyway, moving right along.
Moving right along. My
I'm now
favorite phrase.
on my phones because normally I
So-
would so anyone
I'm
wants
doing
to
the
ask me
same
some
thing.
questions.
So that led to the huge controversy. So in our minds, in our minds, if we take ourselves back 2 weeks ago into the state of mind of the community that was
Jesus, 2 weeks ago.
ranting and raving about everything being delayed, and we didn't have any information, and they weren't telling us anything, and what's going on with server-side OCS, and what's going on with the roadmap that hasn't been updated, and we're almost in 3.7, and they haven't made any progress on anything, and everything's falling apart, and CIG's fucked up. They don't know what they're doing, and what are you doing over there?
Sorry. We're
I'm
turning
on a
into
rant.
Twitch on our phone so we can actually chat. So
I'm on a rant here. Come on.
I know that's why we're doing it.
Right.
Go, ran on.
We're
And-
supposed to minimize rants today.
And then I'll condense that. So and then we get the pillar talk that didn't talk about anything, and everybody got so upset. And this was another video where they had like 1,300 dislikes and 900 likes, and everybody was all upset. It's like, how could they possibly give us this pillar talk that didn't talk about all these things that everybody wants to know? And so it was really kind of one of those junctures in the community where everybody's like all freaking out. And then right after that, was it that road map, or was it this one? I think it was
lost in his own words.
Sorry, dude.
well, because we've had so much stuff happen between last week and this week, and then everything just kind of flipped around,
merged together.
and-
Yeah, because everyone's like suddenly happy again.
Because this week they gave us all the stuff that we wanted, and
Yeah.
it's like people just would not just calm down, and they're gonna give it to us. Yeah, calm your tits, and then this week we got all that stuff. So going from the pillar talk, which was talking about, so they talked about staggered.
So do the calamity in your memories.
Yeah,
So
and-
do the I'm not gonna say this. Anyway, good.
Sorry, Jordan. Go ahead.
So Aaron talked about staggered development. So this is where we first heard about going from staggered development of everybody's going all out for they have 2-week sprints, and they have like six sprints, and they have 3 months to get all the planning, all the development, and all the testing done. And we had 3.5 was late, 3.6 was late. The patches have been crappy and buggy and practically unplayable. And so people have been, steadily deteriorating in the morale of the community because of that. And so they've analyzed what's been going on. They've had 18 months of doing a pretty darn good job of getting a tremendous amount of content out every quarter. And they said, okay, well, we need to give our team 6 months instead of 3 months so they can really take the time and really develop stuff and really flesh things out. But we're going to split it up. So we're going to have 2 different teams that are working in staggered. So we still have the quarterly releases, but we're going to put more time into polishing and having a better quality of life and really.
Well, a lot of it actually wasn't so much that. It was because it's when you're running a massive project, you got so many different points moving. You got so many different things going on. You can't wait for all 6 teams to finish that thing that makes that thing final. So they're allowing things to move forward without that progression locking it in place and stopping it. Because let's face it, that's what's causing the delays. If you can come out with 3.6 with 90% of the features or 50% of the feature or whatever that is, it's still coming out. People are still testing it. Now you're still advancing while the rest of it's still being written. So, yeah, I completely agree. When they moved to this kind of stage thing,
Staggered.
I knew it wasn't going to work because I've managed a really, really large project in software, and it just doesn't work. So, yeah, I mean, it's really good to hear that. So it's a really good thing for the community. I could tell you that. And it's great for them as a developer because now they can start to take some of those points that they're really moving fast on and get them done and then move stuff onto more important things.
And then focusing on getting us a playable game with some of those quality of life improvements like the UI so that it's playable now is really pushing forward on their agenda to get us a game that we can play now so that it can iterate and go through so that we have persistence. Right? We've been saying it for ages, and I'm sure they've been feeling the pressure and wanting to get us just a game we can play because, with the 890 regatta and party that we did,
which was a huge success, by the way.
amazing.
Thank you, everyone.
Guys.
You guys helped us make that happen. That was fucking awesome.
And the feedback that we've been getting on Reddit,
We've got a lot of
the number of new people that have joined in the last week has been just incredible.
Yeah, we're like up 15% alone just from that and the total amount of people. So
it's been incredible.
Super awesome job, you guys.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a blast. We're going to organize it much better next time, but
but
let's talk about their 890 in the
hold on.
development cycle.
But it's about doing operations, right? So until now, it's taken somebody like Rexzilla to put together.
Spectre, you're a freaking hero, by the way.
Confirmed. That's confirmed. Not soon TM. It's now.
Yeah.
So it's taken somebody like Rexzilla to put together these operations to really make things work. And you've got Astropub that's doing 0 to hero, but that's really almost a single player thing. So what we want is to be able to get in the game with our friends, do operations together, do gameplay loops together, share out money, not crash like all the time. And so they're committing to that, and then have persistence that we can save up for ships. And work through it. We know there's going to be wipes here and there until we really kind of get it going. But I'm 100% behind the fact that, slow down the development a little bit. Nobody wants it, but give us something that's playable now and then have it evolve over time.
Well, let's and this goes in with the 890. So like we're thinking, the 890 really was 3.6. And it was 361, and it was well, actually, they pretty much said it was 362 was going to dedicate the whole thing. But let's look at how well that got finished. I mean, really, not a lot of bugs. It's actually pretty damn good. So you got to think that that process is going to work. So that's at least what I'm thinking. I think it's a really good thing, and I actually kind of like when they did that, because they dedicated the whole patch just to that. I think that's a good attack, because now you're focusing specifically on a thing and all the systems around that. I think that was a good move. So, totally agree.
Yeah, Doom Online. Try not to butcher that. It's like, oh, that makes sense. Doom Online.
What? How did we get here?
he just spells it differently. Well, in chat saying, one of the other issues that the community was having was the length of the Inside Star Citizens, because we're getting 8-minute videos, and we're all have still been a little bit upset about not getting very much content. And then the week before the tiny pillar talk that didn't address anything, we'd gotten the 8-minute video that was all on the QA people, and we're all pretty upset about that, because it's like we want to have a lot more content, and so the last couple of ISCs have covered more subjects. I'd love to have a 12-minute video. Just give us a little bit more. It's like, just give me 12 minutes with 5 subjects. We're not going to get 45 minutes again.
Too.
Oh, do you want to watch? What's his name? Noobifier? Is that what you want to watch? You want to watch Noobifier?
Of what? Oh,
you want to watch Noobifier? 1
no,
minute. I'm going to take
let's
12 minutes and smash it into one.
Hey, no. But that's really good content. And
Don't-
No, it is.
He's got a market,
I mean,
and
I
we
tell you what,
need
if
that.
you've only got 2 minutes, that's the best thing you can watch.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
we were just talking to somebody at the show today, which was a great point
But
about that.
Well, it is. So, like, we do.
That's actually
We do,
good bit there.
between 2.5 hours and nearly 4 hours sometimes. So, between us and Noobifier, it's a massive contrast. So, there's, for us, it's this really is a bar citizen halfway through the week, right? Anybody can attend from anywhere. You can sit down, you can have a drink, you can relax, you can chat, engage with us. I know we don't catch all of the chat, but we do our best, and we try and factor in, what people are saying, and figure out, what's happening in the community, not just our community, but also what's happening in Discord, what's happening in on Reddit, what's happening in Spectrum, etc., and kind of come out with, what are the current trends, what's happening socially. And so we talk about what's going on in the Discords, we talk about what's happening on the Bar Citizens, and then we try and kind of serialize it, have our own show, and then just hang out with you midweek so that we can go through the news and just share it. So you then look at what Noobifier is doing.
How did we get on this topic anyway? I'm just wondering.
Well, you started talking about Noobifier, and I thought you were being a little bit negative about him, and I'm like, I love his content.
No, I'm saying he does
great
that.
content.
Well, we're
And there's
talking
a
about
niche for it.
condensed content and not getting
okay.
enough information.
Thank you,
There you go.
Captain
And-
Basketball.
and-
I mean,
Yeah.
Jordan.
Goddamn basketball court.
Damn it!
God damn it! It's like, where's my cane? But yeah, so I that's one of the things that I kind of resent there, because Noobifier was giving and gives a great condensed summary of what
Very good.
CIG gives us for people who don't have the time or the dedication to watch the whole program, when they used to give us 45 minutes. And we
miss
get a
that.
lot of fluff. We all miss that because we're hardcore. And This group
Wow.
is super hardcore. We want as much information as we can. We're thirsty nerds in the desert for information here,
Well,
and we
I
want
want
as much as we
in the
can.
we actually
I
are
want-
thirsty nerds in the desert right now.
You are thirsty nerds in the
I
desert.
want relative information. I don't want or relevant information. I don't want a rehashing of the
Hey,
same.
hey, speak of the devil, Mr. Nubifier. Thank you, sir.
Fire. Good to see you,
Fire.
Everybody.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah,
So
always, if you only got 2 minutes, that's the guy you want to listen to.
absolutely. So it does a great job of having condensed that long form
Yeah, really.
content that they were giving us, but
Well, especially
then
like Fridays.
well, yeah, especially the Friday ones. And sometimes, oh God, but.
Yeah, they get pretty in the weeds.
But now CIG's gone too far to try to be Nubifier. It's like, how condensed can
Nubifier,
we give
you
the
are the-
community all the information
You're-
that they
you're
want?
to follow.
And they're so focused on giving us condensed and fast moving and highly polished stuff that, I don't need it super polished. I'd like a little bit more information and time. They don't need to take too much time from the devs. I think they were really sucking a lot of information from a lot of people, and time wise. But like, we've gotten a couple of Inside Star Citizens that were 12 to 15 minutes that covered like 5 subjects, and so you got maybe 2 or 3 minutes on each subject, and those felt really, really good. These 8-minute ones, I gotta say, and they're moving too fast, and it's really, just give us a little bit more, just a little bit more, and then and then let Nubifier give us the condensed ones, because it's like, give us more. It's not
Let's
enough.
just
Not
talk
enough
very quickly
information.
about it. So Nubifier has found an amazing niche in the game.
Yes.
Not only is he doing his really simplified, broken down, no bullshit reviews of what's happened during the week, he also goes through hardware. And we're all talking about hardware. Whether it's Game Glass, whether it's Virpil or VKB sticks. It's the peripherals. It's the gaming experience. We love that gaming experience, and so he's got a great channel. Then you've got Board Gamer that does constant, always very reliable summaries of what's happening, and you've got there's so many of them, right? So in the UK, what's
How
Board
young
Gamer.
are you right now?
SMB, Super Mac Brothers.
Super Mac
Super
Brothers.
Doc
Ryan,
wants to
yeah.
argue.
Super Mac Brothers is awesome. He does something really nicely in the middle, where
He's I gotta say, he's one of my favorites, especially his Star Citizen Sunday summaries. I love watching those, and also his
I'm just
monthly.
wondering how this is on topic.
Yeah.
well, it's not,
we're-
but it's
All right, all right,
we're
all right,
sharing
all right.
the
We're
love.
talking about
segue.
we're talking about content. We have a lot to cover, and we started late, and
Yeah,
we're
that's
Okay.
my point.
and
Back
we're
to
rambling on.
content.
All right,
So
moving right
I-
Good
along.
point.
I do want to say
Again,
this much.
Our favorite.
We are going to do a giveaway tonight on my
Are
charitable
we?
ask because I'm feeling like we're in Vegas and we gave you
Cheers.
such terrible audio problems and
Yeah,
stream
we
problems.
got to make up for that.
So we're going to make
You
up for
suck,
it.
Make up
dude.
for it.
So we're going to do an awesome fucking giveaway.
You suck, and you suck.
You
and
suck.
Everybody
You
gets
suck.
some suck.
Everyone gets some. Everyone gets the blow from the suck. Anyway, no, we're gonna do a giveaway.
Love you, buddy.
Probably in I don't know, another 30 minutes.
That comes
45
later.
minutes. Later, but we are gonna do a giveaway. It's gonna be a good one. We're taking suggestions. No, not an
Okay.
890 jump.
Rice Maiden says he wants a Retribution. Yeah, or a Pegasus,
Hey,
Rice.
you get
Hey,
me one,
yeah,
we'll give it
definitely-
away.
definitely-
Yeah, you get us a model
You get us
of a Retribution.
Ooh,
And
Rice Maiden. There you
Right,
go.
yeah,
We will give
and,
away your
and
stuff.
we will
my
work
friend.
on getting you something
You
special. I
do-
can't guarantee
Yeah,
a
we'll-
Retribution.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure
So,
out something.
we will
So
figure it
if
out.
you guys don't know Rice Maiden, he makes models. He does incredible stuff. I wish we could pull it up right now.
We'll
but
pull it. Well, it's in a couple of our shows.
Make
but
some
we
great
will-
stuff.
Anyway. Hey,
Silo!
Silo! We're in
Hey,
Vegas,
Silo!
Silo!
Viva Las
Live.
Vegas.
He's already left. He's like, oh fuck, this is not gonna happen.
That's gonna be a
Elvis
bad
is in
one.
the building.
Oh, man.
All right,
Good to see you, buddy.
so
All right,
moving
what's
right,
next,
moving right
Jordan?
along. What's next on our agenda? So we
You're
hit,
leading us through, Jordan.
where the hell are we? We've got so much to cover because we missed last week. So we
Yep.
hit the roadmap update. We hit the Friday this. Was that the 6th?
Space stations?
No, hang on.
We talked about space stations.
No,
we talked about staggered
hang on.
development.
30th.
Palace.
Okay,
I'm
there-
sure
the
nobody
Nautilus
nobody
Q&A.
did. Nobody did.
Staggered development.
Oh,
The-
hold on. Did
the
anybody
Galactic
read
Guide.
the lore post?
Nobody read the Lord
No.
Post.
The Dallas system?
Not last
Galactic
week's. I
Guide,
read.
Palace
I read
system.
this week's. I didn't read last
Oh, you
week's.
did?
Okay, Dr.
No,
Murray,
I
did
read
you
this
read
week's, but not
Tuesday
last
the
week's.
3rd, the Galactic Guide, Palace system?
No, he said Jordan did said he read it.
No.
No, he said he read
I
this
didn't
week's.
read that one. I read this
Oh,
week's.
Dr. Murray?
No.
I think I read it.
Yes.
don't remember.
Okay,
You
you
don't
want
remember
to talk
it?
about it a little bit?
Is it worth
Do you
talking
remember
about?
I
He
don't
doesn't
remember.
remember. It's been 2 weeks. We've
I
drunk
know,
since
it's
then.
been a while.
Okay, move
All right,
on.
so-
You get a
All right,
pass.
so then we
Just
got
last
the
time.
then we got the Nautilus Q&A. We covered that earlier out of sequence
yep,
because
yep.
we had audio issues and other issues, and
We don't have no. We didn't have audio issues. So you didn't see
No,
what
it
we
never
had.
happened.
we had
Never happened.
we had
We deny it categorically.
Okay, so all the way back up to Thursday the 5th for Inside Star Citizen from last week. Right. So this is
No.
last week
Why don't we show the whole ISC? Okay. Sorry,
because we have clips.
Yeah,
Some-
we don't-
Oh,
because
Jordan
we're-
went through.
When
and-
Jordan takes time
Jordan
to
took
make
time
those
to make
clips.
these freaking clips, so
I-
we're
we
gonna
will show
them.
them.
I
Damn
did.
it.
I took an hour and
Jordan,
I
thank
I-
you for
hour and a
doing
half.
it.
Hours of making
Freaking
notes.
That's a lot of
job.
time.
well, I forgot that I hadn't made the clips until an hour and a half before the show. It's like, holy shit, I spent like 3 hours making notes. It's like, holy shit, I forgot to make the clips.
Well, you're now
But yeah,
appreciating.
so these show the high points. So the personal commodity inventories, which are coming
We
out in
love this.
3.7.
So, what,
So
what
with
do
the
you
whole-
think of these,
so
these
After
icons?
Pillar Talk,
Oh,
we got the
I hope
roadmap
they're
change,
placeholders.
and we
they're
found
not
out that we're getting
bad.
caves.
They're placeholdery.
Remember,
Yeah.
we were getting caves.
Because there were two that were
Okay.
the same, so they got to.
We forgot caves. So this is
We
part of.
We didn't
Did we-
forget
did we skip
caves?
I'm going
We
through
didn't-
your
we-
content.
I
as
do
it's
like-
written.
We
I do
won't.
like
we won't
the
skip
back
caves.
up
We'll
your
make sure we do
inventory.
caves.
Right.
The only thing
Well,
things
but-
that were
Back up
ISC
your
were
inventory there, that's
personal
nice.
commodity, the Van Gogh Sentinel, and the
The
system.
important thing about what we just watched with the personal commodity inventory is that it has to do with FPS mining, which is also part of the
Very
cave
cool.
system.
Part of the cave thing.
So
Yeah.
what everybody's very, very excited about the
It's not
FPS
on here,
mining is
but I
that
can find it.
this gives entry-level players one of the game loops that they don't have to buy a $155 prospector
Right.
to be able to get out there and make some money. Besides running missions, they can go out and they can get a multi-tool for whatever the multi-tool is going for.
About
And
4,500 UAC.
4,500. That's
Yeah,
right.
so
In the current
they can go and they can
Think
and they
I
can
could
find a
be wrong.
cave and they can go mining and they can fill up their personal commodity inventory with various things. They can go harvest different things, and then they can put it into a box and take it back
Which
and
is
sell
the
it.
best part.
So this really gives
Put it in a box, and then you can put it in your ship, and it attaches to your cargo grid.
that
and
is going to be
sell it.
that is going to be fun because we like playing with boxes and cargo.
Yeah, I like playing with boxes.
So yeah, actually,
oh,
really.
my head goes there so.
Hey,
quickly.
Jordan, you have the link for anything
Super
about
excited about
caves?
Your head goes
Um,
to
Yeah.
boxes? Is that what you're saying?
No,
Steph?
because they didn't actually talk about
Little
caves with anything, but this just kind of
boxes,
it's
little
it's
Okay,
a
so-
tie-in. It's a tie-in to caves. So then we move on to the Vanguard Sentinel Harbinger.
Which we showed already.
Harbinger.
Well, this is a new one from this last week. So the previous week they were showing some of the potential liveries.
Yeah.
This is showing the actual interiors of the Sentinel and the
Harbinger.
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 Stop it.
Harbinger.
So-
Don't fucking do it.
So what I actually found
Harbinger. Because he goes,
interesting
har, 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 and he brings the bringer. Anyway,
There's
go
a-
on.
there's a twin gun on the front of this. Did you see
Okay,
that?
I don't care about any of that. Look at this interior.
This is amazing.
And this is modeled off of Aircraft Carrier Command Center.
Yeah, I
No,
love
it's not
I
aircraft.
I
It's
love
actually modeled after something called a
Submarine?
CIC, which is not
Yeah.
in an aircraft carrier. It's actually in
There are
a
kicks in
submarine?
an
no.
aircraft carrier.
It's not a fucking
Aircraft
it's usually in a
carriers have a
cruiser or a heavy destroyer. So yeah.
There are kicks in
Anyway,
there.
super
Lots of
props.
There are
Sure.
kicks
Very
on
good.
submarines too.
Very
Yes, but well, it operates.
No,
No, Doc Murray. So it's the Arleigh Burke class. The Arleigh Burke class
Yeah.
is typically what carries this. they've modernized.
Most
But-
ships have command control
They use
panels.
those on a lot of ships. Yeah, they use those on a lot of different ships.
No, but the core system runs from the Arleigh Burke class, and there's usually 2 in every battle group.
But I love.
But anyway,
I
love
how
this.
they have like the glass panels
Yes,
that are
I
there.
Sig.
Yeah.
Please, for the love of God, make that interactable sometime
That is awesome.
before I die.
We all
That's all
want to
part
be
of-
able to
it's
touch
all
a piece
part
of
of that-
glass and manipulate things in
The
Minority
AIA
Report.
system,
We all
yeah,
wanna
that we
do
had before. Yeah, so everybody, what is it? Minority Report. We all want Minority Report and Star Citizen, right?
No, I don't want to be
I don't want
prejudged
to be
for
Tom
crime.
Hanks.
Yeah,
I mean,
all right, so-
Tom Cruise.
Um,
He can
So this
fly
move
an
into
F-1
into the
F-18
Harbinger,
fighter.
into the Harbinger.
Because I mean, I think about
You
doing a
missed
lot
all
of
this.
crimes.
This is a
CIG.
14. This was really cool.
Did you
With
see
love.
the trailer?
First of all, with love. Love that. Aegis with love. But here's the cool part, right? Again, total persistence. The torpedo comes in, gets loaded, baby's open, watch the torpedo, go away. It's all there. It's all there. That's
You
so
tell
cool.
me a game that does that.
Yeah.
In it,
I tell you
that
what.
isn't single player.
It doesn't even seem like a big deal, but if you really think about it, it's freaking awesome, and I love that. So.
I like the missiles in the constellation for the same reason. Like you see them cycle.
Yeah, you hear them pop up.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. You
Super
like
cool.
this guy? Yeah, I know you
Oh,
like
yeah.
this guy, Doc.
He's the best.
You want to give him
I
a
thought
hug? Give him a hug. Give him a hug. Give him a
I
hug.
thought I
Gin and
trimmed all
Tonic
those.
believes that
so I-
someone needs to take control of the show, like it's out of control. Like, what are you talking, Gin and Tonic?
I tried.
And you got a problem? You want to fight, huh? Come at me, bro.
Von Hurt says that too much disrespectful interruptions. You guys need to calm your asses down and stop interrupting each other.
We're in Vegas.
So-
We're in
This is
Obviously
pretty
he
much every
hasn't seen
show.
Obviously, he
You've
hasn't
never seen this show before, have you?
Never seen this
If
show.
you've never seen the show, we're normally not this hysterical.
Yes.
Like, we're a little bit more calm.
Yes.
We're a little
We
excited.
actually,
We're not that much more calm.
sometimes we go through
No.
the We actually had an hour and 45-minute show like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, we had a fast
It was
show.
less than 2
yeah, it was
hours.
crazy
Yes.
fast.
And
It was
it'll
so
never
well
happen
organized.
again, I
Never.
swear to God.
No,
Well,
never.
let's
It was
talk
quite
about hover
control.
mode.
So,
Let's talk
so
about
for
hover
everybody
mode.
who,
This is
For-
not
for-
hover mode.
So,
For
what
everybody
do you
who
think of the new
hasn't
hover
seen-
mode mechanic?
hang on, let's
Do you like?
give a little quick overview.
I can't hear anything.
Yeah.
Can you do the
Because
page?
obviously some people don't know who we are and what we do. So we just kind of get together and we drink beer and we talk about what's happened in the past couple of weeks. We talk with y'all. We answer questions, and so this is kind of like an online bar citizen. It's a bunch of friends that we were doing this in the Discord already, and we met at CitizenCon, and we just like hanging out and talking with each other about stuff, and so we want to share it with y'all. And so it's just it's a little chaotic. It's not super well organized. I'm sure there's some super well organized shows out there, but no, this is just a bar citizen where we just like
Yep.
hang out.
We always
and-
take suggestions, though. Trust me.
Yeah.
We may not pay attention to them, but we'll try.
Sorry if it's a little.
All right, let's talk about proximity assist. Is that what it's
Yes,
called?
well,
Yes.
it's not so much
Hover mode
proximity
is dead.
assist. It's actually the way that hover mode functions now, which is a really big deal. So I was actually a huge advocate of hover mode. I actually loved it. I do
Yeah.
agree that the big ships were a little wonky, and some
Yeah,
of the
it's
really
moving on
tiny
the large
ships,
scale.
like the M50, was kind of intolerable. So
Yeah.
what we've done
It's a little
is
seasick
actually,
inducing.
it was horrible. I mean, you like twitched and you were upside down. So
Yeah.
what they did was they went back and reworked the model into this proximity assist, and they made it feel more gamey, but yet tolerable. So what do you think,
Yeah.
Jordan? Have you tried it yet?
Nobody's tried it yet.
No, it's new. It's
They're
3.7.
Yeah,
It's coming out in two. It's
I
coming
meant
out
to
in like
say
2
that.
weeks.
Oh, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Doc. Have you tried it?
He can't.
we couldn't talk about it. So,
Like, he can neither
I was trying
confirm
to
nor
sneak it
deny.
in there.
so in chat we're getting a lot of like RIP, hover mode and stuff like that. So in terms of what we've seen, what do you think? I mean, clearly it needs to be tweaked, right? Clearly it needs to.
Well, that's what they're
We
doing.
worked on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so I like the idea. So remember they were coming at us from a helicopter perspective, and I think I said this ages ago. A helicopter, it's suspended, right? So you look at the physics behind it, and it's suspended, right? So it should be a cantilever in how it's done. So I know
That's like a
I'm
$40
sorry.
word, man.
I'm sorry.
Jesus.
I'm sorry. I
Whipping
use
that
expensive
out.
words.
I raised my hand for permission to speak.
Oh yes, go.
Permission to interrupt granted.
Thank you. So
Note the interrupt.
the helicopter analogy was entirely the wrong word. So what it really should have been was like the
100%.
Harrier jet.
Harrier jet, yeah.
Yes.
It's
The
much
Harrier
more
jet.
accurate.
Which so we had that where it's when they first introduced the Harrier jet back in like the late 80s or whenever that was. It's like,
got it.
holy shit, that's crazy. This jet is suspending
Seven-
itself on downward thrusters.
77, 78.
Yeah, like a long ass time ago. And so
Like a long
that-
ass time.
so
That's an official
that's
space term.
really what this
It's
is.
like a parsec.
lot
It's
more
like time
so than a helicopter, and it does really emulate that pretty well. But the problem is, they needed 6 months instead of 3 months to roll it out, right? And they didn't have enough time to test it, and they didn't realize it's like this works okay with some ships, it terrible with other ships. So luckily, it's going away. The new system is definitely a good iteration. I felt bad for Dave Coulson because when he was first talking about hover mode when it was coming out, it's like, oh, we came out with this great system. He was so excited and all that sort of. And then when he was talking about the new system, he felt a little deflated. So I kind of felt bad. I kind of felt
Yeah.
bad for him because, like, you know, like he had such high hopes for it, but the reality of it was
But
a
you know
little
what?
too much.
Like now,
People suck. I'm sorry.
But
Nobody
now-
knows how to fly.
now they've developed.
Players
it,
need to
right?
learn how to fly.
So if we start having like quadcopter type designs, like remember from Pandora, you had the two.
Yeah, those were
so-
cool.
Yeah, those ships that they were more like a helicopter. They had two rotary fans at the top.
Well, that's like a
And
V-22 Osprey.
The girl
a 22
from
Osprey, right?
from Fast and the Furious was the one flying it. She's super hot, Letty, you know, but like in Pandora.
Well, why don't,
So,
why don't you
anyway,
go back to something
um,
like
so-
but
but-
Command and
but-
Conquer?
so-
Command and Conquer, the
so-
little double
Okay,
hover.
so
Talking
Command and Conquer has a helicopter in it, and then let's get back to
Never mind.
Pandora. So they've got these really cool like turbofans on the top. So they have that now. They could implement that if they want to. So you know, that could be
the
the hover
Osprey,
mode.
Race Maiden. Good call.
Oh, I like
Yes.
the Osprey. Yes,
Race,
nice one, Rice Maiden.
nailed it.
Joran said the V-22 just seconds ago.
Nobody listens to
no.
me.
The Osprey, yeah. No, the
That's the
Osprey from
V-22.
22 Osprey. Yeah, I
It's
said
better in Vegas.
Moving right along.
I think it's now
We're getting good at that.
an 8.
Oh my
So,
god.
the roadmap update, the monthly report. So I got
yeah.
a few interesting things out of the monthly report. So this came out last week. So a shit ton of stuff happened Friday of last week. So we had a roadmap update. We had the monthly report. Do you want to show the roadmap update? The
Yeah,
Imgur?
we're working on it.
It's loading. We're on airport or airport Wi-Fi.
It's almost as bad.
It's almost as bad.
Mobile Wi-Fi.
I will say this: it gets you 70 megabit until it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then
Yep.
we can stream.
Open.
Why is it not opening?
It's not doing too bad.
Oh, there we go.
There we go. You know, I gotta say though, to be able to stream and do this from a hotel, I'm very impressed. And this is all
I'm
shadow,
impressed.
so props, absolute props to being able to put this
Sorry.
together. So we discussed
You guys rock.
we discussed how we would make this happen in a remote city
And I just
under
said, I'm
conditions
gonna
we
do
can't
it.
control.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, and we brought the equipment. We made it happen.
Other than the audio, which now because it's probably because he's here.
It's my bad mojo, my audio
fucking is the
mojo.
mo-
Don't
yeah,
use
anyway.
them.
Okay, go
Uh-huh.
on. Move right along. Let's talk about the roadmap.
Can
You
you
know,
move
I
the
like to
chat?
accept blame for things that I've done wrong, and you know what, Shadow, for you today, I'm gonna accept the blame because that's what a man does.
Okay. He'll put his skirt on later, though. Don't worry. He's a great booth girl, by the way.
Yeah, booth babe. That's the term. That's the
Move
term.
right along.
Turn around,
Right
I
on. So,
wiggle a little bit.
Can you kill the chat off of
So
there? I can't read the first half of the screen.
Yes,
I don't
okay.
know. So there were a lot of changes to the
do
roadmap.
need
There
to
was a
hug
lot
you.
of.
When I click that button, it does.
I like
that.
hugs.
I honestly have not really studied all the changes because there were a lot of changes from previously with the new staggered development.
Yeah, I looked at it
Um,
last week. I haven't had a chance to get updated. This
Yeah, if
week.
you, some things were pushed, some things that we were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were a little disappointed that salvage was pushed. I
Mm.
think planetary ground fog was even in the
Oh,
last
well,
patch. But we're
caves and
getting
rocky?
caves. We're getting
Yeah.
caves.
Wait,
Mm.
you have to say it right. caves.
And we are going to show caves. We will not forget to go through caves. It actually wasn't in the notes, but we will get that sorted out.
We did a cave show. Like
no, they
when-
didn't
when
show anything new. They
They
just
didn't?
said
Yeah, they haven't
No.
shown anything.
no
No.
new
No.
content.
Oh.
but yeah.
It's just
Okay,
it's
we'll-
coming out. The only thing new
We'll
is
have a topic
Yeah.
after the
Fine.
news where we'll talk about caves. We have to talk about caves and impressions of caves, etc.
We,
What
we
do
have
you
so
want
much
from caves?
We have so much more to cover, and it's like 12:30.
Yeah.
12:30.
Move right along. Move right
You,
along.
you guys were a little bit late, and then we had a few.
Dude, it's only 9:20 here, so
Jordan has to sleep though because he has to
Love
work.
you.
All right.
Love
Go,
you.
go, go, go,
Love
go,
you.
Jordan, go.
Okay,
Take us
move right along. Okay, so the monthly report. I grabbed a few interesting things out of there that I thought were kind of highlights. People should read the monthly report. People who think CIG isn't doing stuff, read the goddamn monthly report. It's so freaking.
Oh! Triggered him out. Everyone triggered him out.
Triggered.
Triggered him out. Triggered him out.
Triggered.
Triggered.
So
There is
Jordan,
so much
we-
information that they're working on.
yeah, but why don't we be the agents of change and work to present a synopsis
Ooh, agents
of
of change. That's
yeah,
good.
yeah, it's a big
Wow,
one,
that's
yeah.
a great idea,
$60
Stim.
one,
Why don't we do that? Yes.
And then
Why don't we
present
do that?
what are the changes that have
What
happened.
are the highlights?
You know, or just go to Noobifier's channel because he'll work.
Oh,
on
it
that.
just
Minute and a
yeah.
half, you're good.
Wait, does Nuberfire do a condensed monthly report?
He
I don't know
does
if he does.
condensed everything.
I know he does condense everything.
Well,
Does
go
he
check
do
out
it
in the
Nuberfire-
chat
go-
right now.
so-
Nuberfire,
so-
do you do
Yeah,
a monthly
yeah,
report?
go check out
We'd like to know.
Nuberfire's channel because he's not drunk and he's not talking over himself.
Oh!
Yeah, I blame Shadow.
We're
So-
in fucking Vegas.
So there also, if
I need
if you
another
re-
beer.
Like on something
Yes, you
like a
do.
monthly report, like there are much better people that do monthly reports than us. So Board Gamer goes through monthly reports. He does that. He breaks down well. Super Mac
Board-
Brothers does a
Board-
good one on that as
Board
well.
Gamer does a good. He reads it. Super Mac Brothers does the best monthly report summary.
Okay.
Absolutely the best. Super Mac Brothers
you
is
go.
my favorite on the monthly report summary. Watch him. But
I have no idea who that is.
it's funny that you mentioned that we
You
should
need to
probably
tap
do
in,
a
he's
summary
good.
because I took some notes. So, interestingly, what the hell are my notes here?
Well done, Jorn.
It's so
Probably love you.
small.
Only reason makes up for all the shortcomings.
NPC. So one of the things that
Emphasis on the short.
they were working NPC, FPS, and ship AI combat behaviors, social NPC behaviors, bartenders, pathfinding across multiple navigation meshes
That's
like
going to
ships
Jordan's corner.
to stations. So I thought it was interesting that they're working on. So the NPCs moving from a ship that's docking with the station, moving onto the station, and a lot of these more complex behaviors that are going to be happening down the road. Environment art progressed on microtech and technical improvements to the planetary surfaces. Character art. Last month, the character team continued work on armor, tested something important for CitizenCon. Why don't you click that link beside that?
Which one?
You're not following.
No, I'm talking about important things. I'm mind reading with my partner here. He's close enough where I can actually do that.
And he
That's
doesn't
right.
have any hair
We
in
can-
the way.
It's so cool because we can
It's
touch
like
each other.
we've paired these mics together, but it's like our brains are stuck together. Anyway,
Yeah.
what am I bringing up there, Jordan?
You're like
same.
twins. So
Scary. One
line,
with hair, one without.
line 107 there.
I have personality to make up for it.
7. Okay, you got
So-
it, buddy.
So this is a little theory crafting on my part. A little theory crafting on my part.
Ooh. Wait,
From-
wait. Let's
No,
wait for the
bring this
proper
up.
moment. Here we go.
Bring this
Theory
up.
crafting.
Can you
So-
can you make that bigger?
Can't make it any better.
To read this snippet again, last month the character team continued work on armor, tested something important for CitizenCon. So
Titan suit.
this is coming out, or this is scheduled to be done for the Squadron 42 roadmap in Q4 of this year, and they've been hinting at this for a year and a half. So I'm theory crafting. I'm thinking that they might have a concept sale for the Titan suit at CitizenCon. That a lot of people
You
are pretty excited
think?
about this.
No,
I'm
it's
thinking
dim.
So I have a bone to pick here very quickly because every time I try and do a roadmap and talk about fucking Squadron 42, Shadow's like, "Oh, I'm not listening. Go away. I don't want any kind of spoilers going on."
The reason why.
And meanwhile, you boom, Titan suit.
no,
Jazzy.
no, it doesn't matter because
Bam!
the Titan suit doesn't tell me what's gonna happen. Yes, Dr. Murray, you have your arm in my head. Congratulations.
Well done, Doc.
I'm squishing you.
Well
I'm
done.
squishing you.
Crushing.
No,
Crash. Anyway.
I'm crushing your head.
Yeah, crush your head. So no, yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's
This isn't Squadron 42. That's why this is this is something that's gonna be in the game anyway. So awesome fucking sauce. I hope it's there.
Okay, so Hawkeye's
This is,
asking
like, dude perfect for
what
Deke.
is the Titan suit?
Oh, Hawkeye. Yeah. Well, we don't know yet. It's
Yeah,
a mechanical
it's-
suit
Yeah,
that
we-
you can wear. That's
It's a
about
mech
all I
suit.
know.
We do know what this is. All right,
Jordan,
I gotta find.
Please.
Yeah,
do
let me get.
tell.
Yeah, let me get you a link on this one.
$900, Minx. $900.
$900 at least.
Not yeah, 950.
At least.
Just so that it can't get you LTI.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. 950.
I'm,
Don't worry about it.
I'm posting this into the
I'm
show.
waiting. I'm waiting.
The show Discord.
Yep, I'm here.
It's
You're
uploading.
so much faster at that than me.
I know, it's
Everyone
okay.
has to
It's
say,
okay. Do this for a living.
Stim, can
Shadow
you check
is
show Discord?
Shadow is super
This is what I
hyperactive.
fucking do for a living. Here we go, people. Here
Show?
we go. You ready? Boom! Yeah.
Boom!
Boom.
I
What?
want
What are
that.
we booming?
Doc, give us
I
a
want
woo.
that.
Woo!
Excellent.
Woo!
Oh, it's
If only you
woo!
knew Dr. Murray's name.
So this is
Yeah.
the
He's not
concept.
actually here. He's a ghost.
I don't know if you messed with my name or not. I can't read it.
No, so
No.
normally, okay, when we transitioned from XSplit Broadcaster to Streamlabs OBS, somebody, I'm not going to say who, forgot to bring her across the black bar and the yellow frame. Yeah, you point at me like
No, I freaking deleted it because it screwed the scene up.
yeah, well,
Anyway, we'll
You
fix
know?
it for next show.
Nobody
That-
cares about your technical
that-
difficulties.
That is
Look at
Doc
this
Murray.
thing.
If you didn't know it already.
That's
anyway,
pretty cool.
Look at this thing.
This thing is so cool.
This looks like it's straight out of
Warhammer
40K.
40K. Yes, totally
I-
much very
I
so.
think that might have been
Which
an
I think is
inspiration
cool,
there.
right? And is that like a massive lightning
What
rail
size
gun?
is that? Is it size like 3 or 4?
He's carrying like a
What is
size
that?
No, I
two.
I
No,
know
size
it's
two.
only carry
Size
it's
two
supposed to
at
carry like a
most.
size 1 or
Size
2.
two?
Yeah,
It's not
maybe
size
size
1.
one or
Oh,
two.
maybe it's size 1.
Well, we
Could
could.
be
We could
size
maybe
I think
maybe
a
size
great,
2.
a great.
Well, so,
it's PlanetSide. PlanetSide has their max suits. I feel like this is kind of going in line with that, which was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
cool because it was a game changer if you used it at the right time at the right place.
I'm so
Right.
excited for Combined Arms, like just for the whole like
Well,
orbital
would you like
strike
to
to
explain what
ships.
combined arms is?
but
Because some
let's,
people might not know.
Shadowkin, I'm glad you asked. So, okay, so Combined Arms. Okay, I'll riff
Doc
through it
Murray is going to
real
probably
quick.
correct
keep
you anyway.
ranting about
Combined
things
Arms is
Johnny
the ability
didn't
to
talk
have
about.
ground combat mixed with space combat mixed with atmospheric combat. So you've got ships, you've got orbital strikes, you got people running around with pistols, bang, 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 and and you've got people running with grenade launchers and RPGs and
Point
surface-to-air
is,
missiles.
it's coordinated,
So,
and it all works together.
and it's got. Think of the technological challenges. Again, another big word, but not really impressive one. To make this work, because there's no game that is that. So EVE Online, remember they tried to make this happen, and they had this orbital strike mechanic when they put Dust 514 in, and that was a console
It's
based.
terrible.
But like they tried to do it,
Yeah,
but
but it was
we
terrible.
haven't seen anything like PlanetSide. Made some attempts, but there's nothing like this done. And so like I'm so excited for this because we had planets come into game. I'm gonna eat that.
You bastard.
You gave me a Reese's peanut butter
What
cup, and
what
I'm
he's
gonna eat
getting
that.
at
Oh,
is
nice.
like combined
But-
arms. It's basically it's the giant, massive freaking railguns that are sitting on capital ships,
Yeah.
all the way down to the little guy with the pea shooter.
But-
But the point is
The delay that we got out of Star Citizen with planets gave an opportunity for an additional delay, and I hate to say that, but I am all in for Combined Arms as an additional way to,
well, yeah,
to,
it has
to
that.
make the game.
There's a gap, right? There's always a gap, but the gap has to be filled by something. So that's where combined arms come in.
Yeah.
So the-
Moodly, I love Dust
So-
514. Nice.
so a good visual for that is like the assault on Planet Hoth,
Yes, exactly.
right?
Yes.
With
Yes.
with all
Perfect
with
example.
the guys on the
Great
ground.
call, Jordan.
Nice
God,
one.
it's like, damn, it's like you're here for a reason.
I'll throw a little interesting something every once in a
No,
while.
that is a perfect example. I
Yeah, so,
couldn't think of anyone
and
better.
you've got orbital bombardment. You've
Peanut
got the
butter.
big. Ooh, you make me
Give
hungry.
me that.
You want to have?
With the big ground cannons, the turrets, and the ground troops, and the walkers, and yeah, the combined arms.
Well, yeah,
We're
it's
gonna
the
have
orbital strike. It's the big stuff that's on the ground, the little cupola that's up there. I mean, it's
fighters flying around, combat drop ships. You know, we've got the Valkyrie. We've got the A2 with as a bomber. We've got the like all, all these ships that have this space to air to ground
Oh,
com,
right.
combat, and it's I'm not a combat guy, but I've got an alt that's expendable, so
He,
you know, every
he
once
gets
every once in a
rather
while.
offensive though.
So this last year, we've seen a lot more, like with the Valkyrie coming in. We've seen a lot
I love
more
that ship.
design towards
I
combined
tell you
arms
what,
to really
the
kind of have
Valkyrie
it
has to
sink
be
in
one of
over
the best ships
time.
ever. Yeah.
It's the Valkyrie's great. I wish I had one at one point. I ended up melting it, but
I got two. I'll give you one.
there we go.
I mean, I'll borrow. I'll sell
You'll
you.
let me
one.
you'll let me work
I'll
on it.
sell
Is
you
that
one.
what's going on? Well, maybe
You can-
why don't we
It'll
bring a
be an
giveaway?
offer you couldn't refuse.
manage
Uh,
What topic should we be on right now, and why?
We're moving along from the Titan suit, which was it was
What's
an
next,
interesting
Jordan?
little tidbit that was buried in the
Theory
monthly
crafting.
report.
Theory
just-
crafting.
It was a great tidbit on the monthly report that, you know, it's a hint.
Maybe.
And then design also continued to work on improving the economic makeup of ships, and are looking to make a holistic pass, updating mission payouts and trade routes. Finally, a large number of new items are currently being added to shops in the back end, so keep an eye out for new stuff when Alpha 3.7 hits the PTU. So we're going to get a lot of new stuff in the shops. They're continuing to balance the economy and the ship prices and the prices of things. So, you know, this is a big area of study for a lot of us. We've seen, and we've talked about that on the show, is that a lot of changes, some fairly dramatically, in the prices of the spaceships. So we know that there's going to be a lot of continued adjustment on that. So it's just interesting to see that they're still talking about that. I mean, this is a major area of focus. Everything depends on the economy, from the FPS mining, going out and collecting harvestables, and some of these things that you're going to mine. You might be mining the raw quantum fuel that are going to contribute to the larger economy and making up all the materials that go into manufacturing all the other equipment and spaceships. DevOps last month. So this was a little more complex and interesting.
Jordan,
DevOps
what line are we on?
hold on.
Just so I know.
109.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, and then before we move on, Donnie Be Good says that you can see it being chaotic and tactically sound, and there's a balance they got to find there, 100%. And the Johan Van Dutch goes on basically saying that he sees that, you know, ZDF and Zilla Force is using it, and like 100%, like
Yeah.
like Rexzilla has led the charge without question and has the largest audience that pushes through on, you know, combined arms and tactics, and I'm really excited to see what he ends up bringing through
It's gonna be.
in terms of combined
gotta,
arms.
Yeah, I got to talk to him about getting back on here in the next couple
Yeah,
of
we
weeks.
already agreed.
like
so.
like Test Squadron, they have
Yeah.
huge numbers, but they're not active like Rexzilla
They're
is.
not organized.
so-
yeah.
yeah,
yeah.
they're a bunch of.
And we had spoken to Rex about
funny
having
people.
him in once the 890 comes back on, so
Yep.
we'll definitely have him on again to kind of talk about that. So that's going to be an exciting episode.
Mhm.
I wonder what he thinks about the Titan suit.
Yeah, I'd love to get that opinion. Yeah.
What do you want to talk about the next point?
Yeah, so this next point was interesting. Last month, DevOps received a request to dramatically increase build output. In the past, they measured build output by the quantity of unique builds per day. And I remember them talking about this over the years, how many builds that they'd put out every day for testing internally at CIG, and then as they went out to Evocati and the PTU. With the addition of feature stream development, they're measuring pace by how many builds they can run at the same time. Current capacity allows for 4 different builds to run concurrently, with the current target set at 10 concurrent builds. So not just putting out multiples per day, but having 10 concurrent builds that they're updating every day. And on any other large project, this request might be a bridge too far, but for us, this request only demonstrates the increased pace of the project and how we've got just the team to meet these goals. So, and their DevOps, their networking, and feature teams, and they're really just some of the best in the industry. I mean, they're pushing hard to get as much out all the time as possible. And even though the backers in the community don't see all this stuff going on behind the scenes until it rolls out to a new patch, and then if it's not perfect, they bitch, and they're working their asses off continually. And then the last point was this month the character team continued to work on armor. That was a duplicate. Newsletter. Then there was a newsletter on Friday. Do you want to show the newsletter summary and scroll down that one on line 113?
Thank you.
We're almost caught up to current, and then we've got the big one coming up.
Oh, there's a big one. Well, let's talk about the newsletter.
Yeah. Yep. Let's look at the newsletter because.
Oh, I'll be right back.
Oh, he's got to pee. That's pretty much what it was. It literally
all that water
came up. Anyway.
All that water.
So, newsletter.
It's been fermenting in whiskey barrels. So.
Well, do we want to show the?
Makes a lot of sense.
So what came out on Friday was the 890 jump.
Let's show that video again. Because that's so good.
Properly.
Yes.
No.
So because we're chronologically caught up because we lost a week. We're caught up to Friday where the 890 jump came out and the commercial came out. And that's right. We haven't shown it. We showed it on Saturday when we had our event that we're going to talk about.
That's right.
But yeah,
now
this video when the 890 came out.
Do we want to show it with sound?
Yeah.
Or not?
Absolutely.
Yes? Really?
If you
With
can.
sound?
Yeah.
Can you do that?
If
We have
I'm
sound.
an audio
And
engineer now.
Yeah.
You got
So-
$20 for it.
So
I know, right?
figures he can now gives himself
Area 18.
Only because people
29.
were donating to hopefully get one.
Things were changing. You could feel it. And it was Gatsby, the center of it all.
How'd you get on Gatsby's list?
Gatsby's it.
The name on everybody's lips. You never knew where Gatsby might head off to next, but that was half the fun. No one dared sleep for fear of missing something incredible. In Gatsby's world, nothing was off limits. Unless you were trying to crash the party. No matter where Gatsby may be off to next, whatever mysterious port of call she's heading to, the next time I see her won't be soon enough.
Why is everybody so quiet right now?
Oh, that's so good. That is
It's not a
so
ship.
good.
It's a lifestyle. That's why if you have multiple versions of them, you can have multiple.
It is a
lifestyles.
lifestyle.
Yeah. So we muted ourselves so we could chat amongst ourselves.
We
while
could
we're going through that.
banter amongst ourselves.
Yeah, and one of the things that came out of that chat is how they grabbed like the fifth element.
Area
and go
18.
through,
Oh yeah, totally
and-
Fifth
and-
Element.
You know, and you can picture that opera singer, you know, the blue-bodied opera
Yep.
singer
The diva.
doing her thing.
the diva.
Yeah, and it's just like It's so well done.
Well, it's kind of both. It's the Gatsby's and the Gatsby the movie, and
Yeah.
which I thought was
so
proper,
a really nice
proper.
blend. You know, CIG does a fantastic blend of seeking inspiration from other things that have, design cues that have come from the genres that we love the most.
Yeah.
So things like The Fifth Element, things like The Great Gatsby.
But it was like The Fifth Element was one of those movies that the older generations, the Blade Runners, kind of the people that watched that and saw, but then the kids saw as well. So it's a great link between the two. So yeah, it was a really good
100%.
really good play.
The only really unrealistic thing there was the guns blowing up the fighter because they couldn't.
Oh, those were Buccaneers. A couple
As
shots.
an 890 guy, I swear to God, no, they weren't Buccaneers. Most of them were. They looked like Gladiuses, weren't they?
I thought they were Buccaneers.
Bellerin says that screw Gatsby should be the Carl Sagan, and I gotta so like Carl Sagan's what
Carl Sagan is not a party guy.
Is what
He's not a party guy.
So okay, so it's a
That is
different
true.
thing. It's a different thing. So, but Carl Sagan is what my 890 is going to be called because
We know.
it was awesome. Carl Sagan led. So
Billions and billions.
billions and billions of stars.
Oh.
No, but it's
Sounds like
it's
Kermit
really
the Frog with the beep.
scientific education.
he really is a Kermit Frog.
He started that. He was really the guy that started that.
Okay.
And then we've
All
got
right.
Neil deGrasse
Moving
Tyson.
on.
We've got Bill Nye.
There we
So
go.
Oh,
many,
thanks
so
to
many
you.
good ones.
Hey!
Woo!
That's one of the
Appreciate that,
best
buddy.
subs you can ever get, right?
Yeah, and if you don't know the few, he is awesome.
Yes.
He is
Uh,
awesome.
Yeah.
Great Star
He's
Citizen
great.
streamer.
I
Really
re-
super positive.
I remember the first time I met him. So like, it was at CitizenCon 2018, and he was sitting with a couple of my buddies that we all flown in from Vancouver to
Where?
to Austin, from Vancouver, Canada, to
Yeah.
Austin. And I walked in. I didn't know who he was at the time, and so I sit down. And
He's
he
just
was,
a few.
he was super personable, and I'm like, this guy is lit. He is super personable. And anyway, so we chatted for a little bit, and then it got a little bit awkward because he really knew what he was talking about, and we didn't know as much. And he's like, okay, so I'm gonna move on. So then off he goes. And then after that, I learned that he
He's
Anyway.
a pro.
he's a pro. He's an absolute pro.
freaking
So
That was before you became famous, Tim.
Oh.
yeah, well, like everybody has their time.
Yeah,
and,
right.
my time.
Everybody can be internet famous after a while, right?
But the view's great. Please.
Wait, Stim is
check
internet?
out.
famous?
Oh, we got Buster. Hey, Buster.
Hey, Buster's in channel.
What's up, buddy?
Buster.
Yay.
Lady?
Yay.
We love Buster.
fucking
Buster
this
runs
up.
the night crew. If you don't know Buster, she's fantastic.
You
Buster's
do that
awesome.
again? Fantastic.
Oh, she's awesome. We've had Buster on as a guest.
Hey, Rice
There you go,
Man!
Rice
What's up,
Man.
buddy?
Rice
We've
Man.
had Buster
Appreciate
on
that,
as a guest on the show, and
You're gonna have to go back
she
and
has a
look.
regular show, and she's really good at telling a great story about Star Citizen, and she absolutely loves. She's got a thing for.
Are you really gonna go there?
Yeah, well, no, she got a
No,
thing. She
well,
got a
let's
thing.
move on
so,
to the next
so she
topic.
has a boyfriend,
Let's go
and
to
she
the
also
next
has a
topic.
thing for.
For you, Stim? She has a thing for you?
Jared.
For Jared.
Oh,
For Doc Murray.
like, maybe I wish it was for me, but it's for
Doc
Jared.
Murray.
It's for
It's
Jared.
for Doc Murray.
No.
Anyway.
Yeah, but she likes beards, so there's a
So
connection
I'm
there.
saying. Anyway, we're not gonna do that. She's
So-
gonna
so-
kill us later, but that's okay.
I
Moving right along.
I think Jared would make some nerd girl in the community a great boyfriend.
We show them
She
how
would.
much.
He would.
I don't think so.
I think
that
you would.
illegal?
Are you
I think
trying
it'd
to
be good.
say that Jared like restricts non-binaries
We-
and
We
are you
saw
trying to say that
Jared's
Jared
apartment.
is
I
an
don't
equal
think he's into
opportunity?
sex that much.
You know, I mean, it sounds like
that's
you're
why
being
I-
a bit judgmental here, Jordan.
He's
That's why-
mine.
that's
Buster
why I
says
said-
he's mine.
But that's why I said a nerd girl. It's like all of us.
His soul is owned.
All of us are weird. We're all weird nerds here, and this community is
say.
space nerds, and we're all, regardless of how normal we may seem out there in the regular world, we all have this nerdy side to us,
If it is
and
really
there are nerdy girls that appreciate that.
750 million.
So
What the
it's like-
hell are you
How
two
much is
doing?
left? Wait, how much is left? Show him how much is left. So we've done well.
This
Doing
is
well.
This is
That's 750
3/4 of a
dollars.
liter.
So can we pour some more? Moving right along, Jordan.
Yep,
Take
Cheers,
us to the
gentlemen.
next topic.
Moving right along.
Take
Okay,
us
so
to the next topic before we fall over dead.
the biggest best thing that we've had in months and months and months, we got the Star Citizen Live
Is?
with Brian Chambers and Todd
Yes.
Pappy.
Yes.
Brian
Yes.
Chambers. We have not seen Brian Chambers in years. So if he was asking if you're actually live from Las Vegas, yes, they are live from Las Vegas. Step Citizen and Shadowkin on stage.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yes.
It was me. Yeah, I
That-
was out
that-
there.
they're actually producing the whole show from their hotel room in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Because they're working together on a software launch project.
A lot of
and-
stuff.
Joint project.
And
Multiple
they're
joint
working a big convention out there, and so they worked all day, and then they rushed back to their hotel to put on the
We
show.
literally
and-
ran, people.
Yeah,
we
literally
ran.
did. And we were
We ran
carrying a monitor.
with a
too,
monitor
spare
and
monitor.
a giant back. And yeah, okay, we ran. We love you guys.
We got a green screen set up. Yeah.
Anyway,
So we're a little late getting going because we
Sorry.
had it's remote and also using a new software, using OBS, changing over
yes,
from
we
Xsplit.
picked
Yep.
up OBS on the fly.
And-
So
and overcame that. So yeah, the show's live from Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Viva
Fantastic.
Las
Yeah.
Vegas. Anyway, go on. Right around.
Doc and I
So
are
we're
in Las
staying
Vegas.
at the MGM
Um,
Grand, which is,
Terrible.
I was going to say pretty
Terrible.
nice.
Terrible.
Well, I think we have mixed
No,
reviews.
no,
Okay,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait.
no,
If
no,
MGM's Grand listening, good enough.
So Gin and Tonic
It's
says in
tol-
chat that
tolerable.
that Brian Chambers looked like he was really didn't want to be there. I got to comment on that. So
We've actually talked about
yeah,
this.
we've talked about this. So
And-
so I think there's a lot of changes that have been going on, and the office that he's in charge of in Frankfurt has had a lot
Yeah, but-
of
okay, let's-
changes
let's-
going on.
Let's
And
go
so-
back to when Brian Chambers got involved, right? Brian
Yeah,
Chambers
okay.
was there. He got involved early. He was a key figure, and he still obviously is so good. But I mean, dude, think about it. Think about if you got into something and you thought it was only the last 2 years, or like to production to your first show. Where are we at now? I mean, 4,
There's
5
been
years.
huge
It's-
changes.
Yeah, massive. I mean, that. And I feel like Brian Chambers is a guy like me. Like, you know me, and,
Oh, yeah.
and a lot of you guys know me. It's like, I'm very outward when I get to talking to people, but I'm sorry, everyone, I don't like to talk to people. I'm kind of just a do guy. I like to do my thing. So I feel like he's exactly where I'm at. So
I think there's a bit of fatigue.
yeah, well, it's a bit of fatigue, but
in
it's
there.
also, it's his nature anyway.
Yeah,
He just
right.
doesn't
Well,
like
like
to talk to
well,
and
like
that's
the-
fine.
Well, like
Think
the,
about
the,
what
the,
office has
the
had the
Fuse did.
biggest
Brian,
impact.
like the
On the
Fuse did.
changes.
Brian's not. He wasn't bored. He's so zen, and like he's the ultimate chillax surfer dude. You know,
Yeah,
it's like
he really
he's,
is.
He's,
I love
he's,
it.
he's like the Buddha Jesus. And
that's good.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I mean, he's
and,
got his
like,
shit together. That's the thing. It's like he knows exactly what he has to do, and he just does
looks
it.
a little
And-
But also, and I don't remember what his new title is, but if at the beginning of the show, his new title, he's like super high level over a 600 employee worldwide company
Yeah.
that's doing incredible things.
And that's the thing. It
and-
started off that big, and he thought it would get to be
Yeah.
that big, and then it's like,
yeah,
I mean,
so I mean,
yeah,
we're
I-
like,
it's
yeah, I
going
mean,
exponentially.
it's just
Like,
they're probably well over 100 people in Frankfurt
right.
now.
So we ended up talking about Star Citizen at the show today because how can you not? You know, we're talking to
multiple
a bunch
times,
of
which was
nerds.
actually really,
So
That's
really
all. That's all
interesting.
we do anyway.
One of the things that comes up is we talk about, you know, the Skyrim reference, about Skyrim, the entire map of that world fitting into one crater on one moon on one planet within one solar system, you know, and all of a sudden the light bulb goes on for people we're talking to. And so, you know, tailor that back to the conversation of, you know, what they're trying to do. And we were talking tonight about how, you know, we had planets come in, now we've got combined arms coming in, and the scale of the project has grown to the point where they're doing a freaking amazing job. Think about how much we could be backing up on the schedule and how they're able to pivot. Now, granted, communication could be better, but in the last 2 weeks only, 14 days, a fortnight, not to mention any kind of
Wow, really?
Like, yeah,
We're at
I
a
went
gaming
there.
convention.
I went there.
Fortnite?
It was this
Never
esports
come
gaming
up once.
convention. So, but like within 14 days, they were able to convert completely towards getting some transparency again, towards settling people. And so all of these people that have been like oscillating back and forth over how bad the communication's been, over how we've had, not enough talking and like for 2 months, the roadmap's been delaying and been waiting for it. They've been able to, in that short a period of time, convert through to say, look, we're on track, we've made a change, and this is what's going to happen. And I think most people are on board with that change because of how we see it's going to flesh out over the next few months. So,
so they
great
did
to see.
an amazing job of turning things around. Doc's got to go in just a bit, so we'll move back to
goody.
to our high points. We haven't actually moved into our high points from the show, and there's a shit ton of stuff. So we're going to run
Okay,
longer than Doc's going to be able to be here.
So Buster the Destroyer says, did you notice the person moon walking at
Yes.
one point in the background of the video? Can you talk about that?
It was on Reddit.
To look for it.
Yeah,
We'll
it was on
highlight it
Reddit.
on the next show.
I don't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, it was on Reddit. So to hit the primary questions that they had, and then also we've got the whole thing with Chad McKinney on server-side OCS, which was so deep I had to listen to every snippet 5 times to digest it. And I want to hear Shadow's take on some of that stuff because
so a lot of that, and I'll be brief. I feel like they're moving in the right direction, and I feel like they're up against, I've said this in previous shows before, is they're up against a massive amount of technical issues that you just don't normally solve with just software or just hardware or just a piece of an emulation thing. They're up against the real world problems of what makes up the internet. So I feel like they're attacking in the right direction because they're hitting it from the infrastructure level, they're hitting it from the software level, from the delivery level, the network level. They're being wise about that, because if you could snip a little bit here and snip a little bit here and snip a little bit, now you're increasing that delivery time. So I really feel like they're going to do it. I mean, there is nobody right now, and believe me, I follow gaming like crazy. There is nobody right now that gives any shit about this sort of thing. And these guys, and SIG is being super passionate about it. So I really feel like they're gonna nail it. I do feel like, and it's kind of negative, but I feel like they were they may have had maybe the wrong people involved, or I don't know. I feel like they were slummed on it at the beginning, but they are really making progress on it now.
Or maybe you didn't have all the information.
Maybe I didn't. You're right. Yeah, maybe I didn't. Maybe it wasn't just that important.
I think that's probably one of the biggest deficiencies that the community has, is that they make these assumptions
lack of
about
actual information.
Yeah, you make a judgment about what CIG is doing, but you only have what they've given you, and you don't have all the other information about what's actually going on.
Or you only have what the community's delivered, which is even worse.
or things that they've said and it's incomplete, or they might have misspoke, or things like that. But so let me just.
I have no doubt that they'll pull it off.
Okay, so I want to talk for 1 second. So Predator, if I say your name right, it came through. Says Matt, I know the show came awesome, but they're way behind in their design overall on the stage for the game. The software engineering 6 years is an eternity, and it feels like they're just kicking the ball down.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, but I just want to talk about it for a second.
Stop.
And let's just get real for one moment here. Let's settle down, have a little chat. So, I hear where you're coming from.
I'll leave this with you.
We all go through these emotions. So we've had big changes. CIG is not great with their.
Keep going.
CIG is not great with their communication. Okay, now they're doing their best. They are leading the charge in terms of how a roadmap is shared with an open development game. There's no doubt about that.
They are going to clear.
Yeah. So there's discussions out there that anything from Derek Smart to Vaporware to all of these discussions.
You're gonna say that name on our show?
Hold on. So yeah, I know, fucking.
Anyway.
But the point is, we all have those feelings, and we got to be legit about that. We have to respect that. And say that we know, so there's disappointment when things back up. We have that, and we have to it's going to sound really stupid, but we have to honor and respect those feelings because they're true. And that's why we have the problems where we're frustrated with CIG for not having good communication. Now, again, getting back to the point, though, we've had, the last 2 weeks they've come around, and they've really given us the chance to say, hey, look, we admit we things like helicopter mode, hover mode. Sorry, we've had to change that through to being more like Harrier mode. So there's a lot of learning going on here. Everything from VoIP and FOIP through to planet side tech to procedural generation of planets to adding combined arms. So we've been sitting at an esports business summit all week, and there was one speaker, and she was talking about the future of how technology is going to influence the development of esports, as well as just regular sports. And they talk about how we sat back in the day. We had single player games, right? We still have them now, but of course that's all we had. Come the Atari days. Then we were able to grab a serial cable, hook it up to a buddy, either sit localhost on the same machine or connect up two machines and play together, right? We were able to do that. But that was it. Internet came around. We had the ability to actually have people join.
He's really going somewhere
Hold
with
on.
this. So.
Have people join on our servers or connect via the internet to other servers. Then we ended up having, what we call massively multiplayer games where people could end up playing on the same server. But there was nothing like combined arms. There was nothing like multiple...
the massive to the micro.
So things are growing in a massive way. And, picture it. They were talking about the, 2035 as a year. What would that be in Star Citizen years? Anyway,
a long time from now.
That's only 15 years from now. It sounds like it's freaking forever, but it's 15 years from now. What are games going to look like? And Star Citizen is leading the charge in how those games are going to be. So this project is incredible, tying it back to sort of our frustrations with where we're at with the game and how things have been backed up. I would rather back this project up another 2-3 years, and people are going to hate me for saying it, but I'd rather do that and end up having the game of the future.
Can I basically say everything he's just said as from an infrastructure person? So I've done IT for 25 years, and I can tell you what they're doing now is already 3 and 5 years in the future.
Yeah.
That is pinnacle. I mean, because they're not even blazing a trail. They're actually creating the trail now before it should even be possible to happen. They're literally designing things before it should be able to happen. That's what
they've got the machete out and they're bushwhacking.
Literally, it's like because
really
that's how I do with business. It's just you know what you tell me I can't do it. I'm going to show you in 5 minutes how I do it. That's exactly what they're doing. That is my biggest passion with SIG and the whole project is the fact that they're doing exactly what I would do, and I love that. And I'm not saying I'm right, but yeah.
So Protector has an updated comment. It's not like we have much influence. We're eternal spectators in that process. I think we're waiting the next year to be the good one. For the last 3 years has burned some, me included. So let's look at the last 3 years.
Well, yep.
So let's look at the last year.
But you have to look at the progress over the 6 year span. So 6 years ago, they didn't have a company. When they kickstarted, they had like 6 guys and a dream, and they were going to do a $2 million small Squadron 42, right? And you guys were there in the beginning. I wasn't.
Oh yeah.
So they were it's like, oh, I have a dream. I want to build the new Wing Commander, and that's what it was going to be. It was not going to be what we have now. What we're looking at now, that was not what they were going to be.
There was going to be an MMO and a single player.
That's not with the original Kickstarter. Not with the original Kickstarter. As that developed, that was a stretch goal, like Doc Murray said. All you guys were there in the beginning. And I appreciate all of y'all backing that long ago and sticking with it for so long, because it's been a long time. But they went from having 6 guys to having 600 of the best, most talented people in the industry, and they're not building another iteration of what are all these games they keep making iterations of? Battlefront and stuff like that. It's like 3, 4, 8, 10, Doom, 12, all that sort of stuff.
Wow.
Like, I don't play those games, but you know, it's like those are just rehashes of the same goddamn thing. They turn out, all right, well, here's the next year, here's our new rehash of the same thing. The next year, the new rehash of the same thing. Yeah, Mass Effect Andromeda took what? How many years? 7 years?
Can I
Or
put
five,
this in a better
five, 6
perspective?
years, and it was a piece of shit, because it got rushed at the end.
Totally agree.
So
Can I put this in a better perspective, Jordan?
Wait, no,
I
wait,
think
let
I
me-
think we can wrap this up better.
let me just finish the last 3 years, because 3 years ago we were in 2.6, which was hell. It was a year of hell. We had one patch, nothing changed. We didn't get anything literally for a year, and that's why they gave us 45-minute ATVs, because
That's coming straight from.
we didn't have
Well,
anything.
that's
Was
not
it-
why
well, no,
they
I mean,
gave it to us.
it's realistic. No, they explained. It's like, look, we weren't giving you much content, so we were trying to show you as much
They
as we could of the stuff that
explained
we're
how
working
things
on
worked in the
this stuff.
past.
Yep, and here's stuff that's going to be coming, and they're working on this. So and Chris talked about it in his interview in 2018 last year, that they made a mistake in trying to get so much into 3.0 that it took so long that they really
Which is going back to that whole staggered development.
yeah, we want to make
thing.
this.
They're
Well,
learning on the
that's where we
fly.
are exactly, and that's what's the most critical thing is that
But
they
that's the
continue
best
to show
businesses ever. Those are the
improvement.
best businesses ever.
The best management makes improvement. They see what's not working and they make
They see what
improvement.
doesn't
Yes,
work,
So
they
they
do.
change it,
we
and they
we,
do something
we
about
have
it.
18 months. We have 18 months. We had nothing 18 months ago. We had nothing. We had 2.6, which was really substantially no different than 2.0. Nothing had really substantially changed other than iterative development from 2.0 to 2.6. 3.0 changed everything. The last 18 months we've had
Well,
It's
they
a
were,
bad
they were
thing.
working on tools. They were working on
Quar-
backend tools.
Well, let's
Right,
look at
right.
it from the
They were
point
working on
where they
stuff,
got it
but
right and they're moving
every
forward.
3 months for the past 18 months, we have gotten a
He's really tricky.
tremendous amount of
No, it
content.
certainly is, yeah.
We've gotten a tremendous amount of content. It's mind-blowing, the amount of content and the quality and we were talking. So on Saturday we had 28 890s together in one server. We launched with 44 people, and we got together 28 890s before we crashed. We would have had like 35 or 40
Well, it didn't technically
890s
Oh, it's
crash.
fantastic.
in one service.
No.
And-
we got stream sniped.
No,
got
that was
stream
that was later.
Oh,
No,
that was
no,
later.
no,
Okay.
that was later. But I'm talking about
I was
server.
drunk by them.
I'm talking about server performance,
No,
and
no, I was
people
there.
were saying, if you remember when the Starfarer came out, one Starfarer would crash the server and you'd get no frames, or it would crash the server.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
so,
now-
so server-side OCS has really sorted that out. So we have a question in
That's
chat.
fine.
This comes from
That's already here.
the few. So I got to call this out. So he says, look, his big question really is that when SSOCS actually comes into the game, when a tree falls in the forest of microtrack and no one's around to hear it, Jordan, does it make a sound or not?
I'm sorry, I was reading his comment again. Read that again. Sorry.
I said
Does
no. It only the server hears it
Only the
Server doesn't.
because that's all it matters.
It's all recorded
It
in data.
happened. So yes,
Yeah.
the server
Yeah,
hears it.
0 becomes a 1. That's all that happens.
But
That's right.
so-
Exactly. Thank you.
It bit
So,
flips.
Productor saying, I'm not saying it's difficult, but it's about setting expectations. SitCon 2016 demo really placed the
Dude,
bar
let's
high.
not go back
Oh,
to that.
No. Let's touch on that, because
Here we go.
that was the
Right.
biggest fiasco. It was the worst thing that Chris Roberts probably ever. I wasn't really there for some of from the earlier stuff, but absolutely they did it, and we've talked about that. CIG's biggest failure in the past, and 2016 was the last biggest worst mistake in communications, of setting terrible expectations of when they were going to hit 3.0 and all these things, and they gave us a slideshow, and we've got 3.0 and 3.2 and 3.4 and all these things were going to happen. Yeah, that was a fucking disaster, but that was then, and what they have shown is that their ability to change how they communicate, how they set
Being
expectations,
adaptive, yeah.
and they've
This
given
is
us 18 months
all
of
this business.
40 releases that have been freaking amazing, and we have a long way to go. This is
But
a
it's
marathon.
About
This is not a
being
sprint.
adaptive, right? You have to
And
change
that-
with your environment.
and
Especially
that
if you do a Kickstarter and it lasts more than a year, you need to learn how to change.
And-
They've been here for how many years? They're
Yeah, and-
changing, they're
and
learning, they're growing.
not
That's important.
building a game. They're building a
They're
universe.
building a
think-
freaking
That's right. That's right.
They're building
community that's epic.
They're simulating an entire fucking universe. Which, when you think about what they're doing at the scale, fidelity,
And they're
incredible.
creating a game engine at the same time.
They're not,
yeah,
they're not really
like holy shit, nobody can do what they're doing. Absolutely.
Incredible.
All right, moving right along. All right,
I got-
No, there's
So,
more.
oh, we had
I
some
gotta
news.
tell you, there's so much
apparently.
stuff, but I have to go.
all right,
Okay.
Doc. Sorry,
So-
we took too long.
So we
Thank-
apologize in advance for Dr. Murray's leaving. We have to
Yeah,
sort of.
we started
fix-
too late.
Yes,
ran
the
too
show,
long.
don't have to. Watch this.
Oh, because we can do
Yeah.
it. We can do it. Yes.
Can we?
So, Doc, I'm sorry to see you go.
Can
Are
we
you
carry
out?
the?
Yeah.
Can we carry the torch
Doc,
for that,
thanks,
Doc?
thanks for hanging around. We really appreciate
There
it.
you go.
Yeah, we got too much shit to do.
All right,
Later.
Doc, appreciate it, man. Love you, buddy.
Buster, buddy.
As soon as he gets
Bye.
Zoom.
Mwah.
Fuck shit up.
Oh.
Just watch.
You're probably right.
It is.
Okay, so moving on to our list of questions over here, or yeah, from the list of questions from the Star Citizen Live. Everything's good out there. All right, good to go. Why did CIG switch to staggered development? 3.5, 3.6 were delayed, and the quality of the patches had gone down. More bugs, lower quality of life. So that's why they switched over. We already talked about that earlier. Can we focus less on ships and more on profession, mechanics, and gameplay? The biggest bullshit question that keeps coming up. A profession is being defined as a collection of activities for the PU. They have priorities in Squadron 42. Priorities, most of the team and resources are focused on Squadron 42.
Mhm.
Anything with overlap will be a priority. But yeah, he didn't really touch on that, but there was a great meme going around here over this past week because of this bullshit question. It's like, people who are making ships aren't making the game. They have to make ships to fund the 600 people that are making the game. They can't stop selling ships. And
Yeah.
the only thing that I have some issues with is that they need to make the ships that they sold early on before they make the ships that they're introducing as concepts right now. I think that is a disservice to the backers that bought ships early on. We're incredibly lucky that we just got the 890 that we've been waiting on. Some of you guys have been waiting for 5 years. I've been waiting for 3 years. More of the people that have been waiting on older ships. The Carrack's finally coming out. Super hype there. The Bane Merchantman, we know that they're going to start on that one. But ships are incredibly important. We love ships. Ships are really what we're passionate about. So, like, no. Ships are important, but it's still a small percentage of the overall company that's building the game. And I'm scrolling over here. Why are longstanding? Yep, you guys work on that. I'll work down the list. There was a lot of stuff. You'll figure it out. Make it up as you go. Why are long-standing bugs not being fixed? Some things that are part of systems are being redesigned, like the HUD UI. Those are long-term things. Quality of life bugs are a major priority now, and Todd Pappy has been focused on them for about 6 weeks. So it looks like 3.7 will have many improvements, and 3.8 will have many more. So they acknowledge that the pace of development with the 3-month turn time, that we've had, it's been shitty. It's been really shitty. So they're working on it. They acknowledge it. He said, building the tracks while we're on the train. I thought that was a great phrase. Building the tracks while we're on the train. Yeah, exactly. Why was the second pillar talk not about pillars? That's a bullshit question. Uh, fuck that question. Why aren't they doing design docs anymore? The shipyard docs, because they went into too much detail too early on. The design docs. Well, they explained that the early design docs, and especially once Chad McKinney came in and he was talking after the
Oh my God,
server side
we're
OCS
done
stuff.
now.
is that they were very detailed, and all of us want to know how things are going to be in the universe. I mean, we're all investing here for what we're going to be living in years from now, and that's what we're living on. I mean, that's what we have these shows to debate and theory craft every week on every little bit of information on what we're going to have years from now. So they were laying out very, very detailed situational documents and design documents that were restricting them, and things were changing as they iterated, and they couldn't lay out tier 0, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, because as they started doing tier 0, they might have to change things for 2, 3, and 4. So they're not going to be doing design docs. I'm okay with that. And then Chad McKinney came on, and god damn, that was some deep shit. And if you guys are like technical like Shadow, I literally listened to this, like everything that he said I had to listen to like 4 or 5 times to really register. And we've been hearing about a lot of this stuff over the years, but hopefully I was able to kind of distill a little bit of this. Some of it was just kind of note taking. That CryEngine is a level loading engine. There's no entity streaming. Years ago, they made large changes to create object containers, planning for the future development of Star Citizen. Built on top of that with net bind calling and serialized variables, which at runtime they can replicate and unbind entities from clients. And then last year they deployed client-side streaming, which takes the object containers at runtime and streaming them in and out. So this has been a long-term, many year process of the underlying game engine to take the CryEngine. And a lot of people have talked about over the years that CryEngine was a mistake. They should have picked the Unreal Engine or one of these other engines. And Chris has said specifically that none of those engines were really built for what they're building. And it was entirely just the best luck that they chose CryEngine, and then Crytek had all those problems, and they were able to hire Brian Chambers and like a dozen ex Crytek employees to come in and rebuild the CryEngine and have those people on staff. And then for Amazon to choose CryEngine to create Lumberyard to develop on as a platform, I mean, that's incredible. And so that lets the Lumberyard on the AWS server systems help them deploy the server meshing down the road. All these things they didn't plan on it in the beginning, but it's incredibly lucky that they made those choices and those things happened over time. The next step is doing the same thing on the servers from the client side streaming, which we got last year. I think was at 3.2, I think, or 3.3, and we got that, and man, we got such an increase in frame rates. Everybody was getting much better performance.
Yeah, that's a big point too.
The next step is doing the same thing on the servers. They've been making meaningful progress over the past year. Major changes to object containers, separating them out into dynamic and static entities, which ones are going to be streamable and which ones are not streamable. And Star Engine services is another thing they've developed, are similar to game code, but are able to be deployed as a cloud service. So Shadow, you'd probably understand that better. And the Star Hash service is similar to GeoHashes, tells them what sections of the universe are streaming in and out, and it's built as a service that keeps track of entity aggregates, which are the roots of entity trees. And the Star Hash service is now hooked up to the streaming manager, which previously managed the client-side streaming of object containers. So I thought that this was interesting, that this is kind of similar to cloud services, and how everything that we do now is really web-based and streams in and out from web pages and applications and everything. I'm not a technical guy, so trying to distill this as
it
was interesting.
We have a lot of different things going on there, and from a technical perspective, you could be talking about a whole lot of things there. That's the thing I don't want to go into saying that's what they're talking about, so I'll kind of leave that to. I feel like when I hear them talking, they do know what they're doing, and that's really important, because I'm not saying I know everything, but I've kind of done this for 25 years. This is my business, so Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's they're hitting the right points,
And what-
and I feel comfortable about it.
And what
Yeah,
Cardiff
what-
says here in chat is basically about how CryEngine is completing it and creating a brand new engine.
Yeah.
We've heard it being called and referenced as Star Engine multiple times.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like they've created a whole new setup, and they've been able to interface with Amazon, with Lumberyard, to make it work. And like, what companies do you know out there that have partnered, like truly partnered with Amazon? I'm not
Right.
talking about, you know, when you approach Amazon, you're generally at the point of, you know, how can we assist you? You know, you're not at the point of, you know,
Well,
we have something that can really make your gaming
How
experience
can we
work out
assist you?
and
Yeah.
actually come at it with a partnership.
Right.
And so to be able to translate the full Star Engine, whatever that 90 or 70% improvement upon CryEngine through to that platform is incredible. Think about that as well.
But really think about where they started,
yeah, oh yeah.
where they tried to get to, and then now where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
You're talking about a 6-year life. Actually, it's probably longer than that. It's probably more like 7 or 8 years of lifespan of software. Ladies and gentlemen,
who knows
I
when they
do
start the
software.
partnership discussions.
You're talking about the time that we've had this show. Things have changed.
Yeah.
That's how, and it's like the security market, which is where I come derive from. Yeah, it's changed that fast, that quickly, and things are constantly being developed. So, I mean, to try and develop a game over a time span of more than a year, let alone as long as this has gone, it's, yeah, I mean, to be able to just stick to it is really good. I mean, that's astronomical. I love it. Because it's a hard challenge. I mean, it's nearly impossible, and that's what they're dealing with. So,
Well, and as a layperson, hearing you as a professional in a similar industry dealing with technical backend services and cloud services, and you run data centers, that you feel like this expert knows what he's talking about.
right.
That's, you know, that says something.
Yeah, and that is a lot. I'll be perfectly 100% honest with you. That is probably my biggest belief in this project. Like, everyone says, "Oh, it's vaporware. Oh, it's never gonna happen." But you know what? I've seen what they're trying to do, and I know what they're trying to do, and I've seen the progress that they've made in doing it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because it's the people that believe, and it's the people it's the entrepreneurs first of all that can fund it, that can build the project. It's the funders that actually say, "Yes, we believe in you," and then it's the people that execute. They have all of that.
They've
It's
got it
going
all.
to happen.
And,
Yeah.
and the frustration, and we all have it, is that whenever we get a delay and things get delayed, you know,
It's not
and-
me.
well,
I don't.
but like, be honest with yourself. There's a bit
Right.
of frustration whenever it happens, and you know, there's those that like. We're in a situation, you know, in our mid 40s where we're okay waiting a
You
little
that
bit
old?
longer. Funny. So we're okay waiting a little bit longer. And if you're in your 20s, if you're in your 30s, you're okay waiting a little bit longer. There's people that remember Wing Commander and the original series that really backed the project, that are at the point where they're like, look, I don't game anymore. Like, I'm kind of done. And so they've lost some of that. And so but you know, they're trying to please the majority while creating the game that is the vision that Chris Roberts puts together. And in the end of the day, I'm not at that area where I've decided, you know, gaming's not going to be pivotal enough in my life where I have a problem with the delays that are happening. Like, yeah, I want it today. I wanted it yesterday to be able to play it. But I'm happy that we're getting the game that we're getting. And so,
yeah, well, and the way that's delivered, because it's building constantly, right? And it's building progressively. It's not as fast as we want, because we're all freaking gamers, right? We want things right now.
yeah,
So it's that whole thing, but
We're seeing progress.
yeah.
constant,
Yeah.
consistent progress. And if you know from a technical backend like I do, it's fucking serious progress, and I love it. So, yeah, you're gonna run across things. I mean, we're dealing with that right now with the company we have. It's just it's these technical hurdles that are just so impossible, but we're freaking attacking them on the front side, and we're doing it, and it's gonna happen. So it's pretty awesome.
Hey,
The
Geek, thanks for
follow-
following.
Geek.
So, Cardiff says in chat that, you know, his common response, and this is a really good one, I got to point this out, that, you know, if it's a scam, it's a really freaking
It's a really
bad
good one,
right?
or a really bad one.
Yeah. You know,
Well,
it's so exceedingly good that they're leading people on that they're working really, really hard at something, but they're just not getting there.
Hey Jay, Thanks for the follow, buddy.
Hey, Jay. Nice
And
one.
the,
Jay
and,
Funk down.
and the scam thing is the easiest one to just say that's bullshit. The ones that I have more of an issue with are where people question their management ability. It's like, if they didn't have good management ability, this thing would have imploded years ago. They wouldn't be where they
You
are,
think?
making continuous improvement. If you've been in any company that's badly managed, growing at this pace, they would have imploded and not be doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So
And
that really annoys me.
they're also breaking ground. So, so ages ago, I was looking at, where I'm going to invest my earnings to give back to the community, to give back to the planet, and do I invest in, WWF funds? Do I invest in, some other, charity? And you look. Everybody goes to this decision in life, and where do you give back?
Mm-hmm.
Do you give back in your time? Do you donate time? Do you donate money, a percentage of your income? Do you tithe? Like, what is your giving back to the community? And for me, in some ways, it's kind of like about the yacht club. But every year I sit down and I plan through what charities I'm going to give to. And so when somebody comes to me, throughout the year, knocks on my door, I say, give me the literature. I'll file it away. I'll have a look at what happens for next year. We'll get in contact and we'll talk about it. So I donate to like Plan Canada is a company out there, and they do like an About a Girl program. It's about children in Africa getting a leg up. That's one of the ones that I donate to. But when you're looking
If
at
it involves cats, I donate to it.
right? So we all have things that resonate with us, and when it comes to programs that we wanna push for, like, I've lost my train of thought.
I really was
I
wondering
blame
where the fuck
Vegas.
you were going
I
that
blame
one.
Vegas. So there was a reason for that, but we kind of got silently off track.
All right, moving right along. We said we're going to try not to ramble too much tonight, but it's been a bit of a ramble. But
It'll be good.
it's been a fun show. So the next item was the next big thing
LTI
to
ships,
implement.
yeah.
The real back end for persistence, rewriting the back end into the game code. All changes of every object has to be persistent. So they're writing the code to manage that massive amount of data. So we're all wanting persistence, and they're working on it right now as part of server-side OCS. They have to have persistence, and that was really one of the things that I took out of Chad McKinney's talk. Is that a lot of these things that we viewed as much further out are part of what they're implementing here in the fairly near future. Near future being 6 to 9 months. All the game feature teams have to revisit everything to test to make sure they don't break with the new system. A lot of unknown unknowns. And the prototype in memory and persistence model is working well, so considering phasing out server streaming, so it won't need to be full back-end persistence, some of the streaming benefits may come in sooner than the full server-side OCS, which has global persistence. So over the next few patches, they're going to be rolling in portions of server-side OCS. Not necessarily everything, is not one thing that they roll out. There's a lot of stages to this. That one, server meshing, net bind calling, and serial variables. We were all talking about those like 2 years ago. They were prerequisites. And server streaming is harder than server meshing.
Yes.
Which I thought was interesting, because the server meshing is what they talked about as much further out, that we all thought, like, having the server meshing where we're going to have tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of people in the universe after they mesh the servers, that it's easier to do that than the server streaming.
It is, and I can actually speak on that because it's a technology that we've been doing actually for a very long time. It's a matter of the actual persistence for placement. So when you're thinking about it, just think about, let's go brass tacks. Let's say 100 star systems. Let's say 10,000 people, right? So now you break down those 10,000 people for every 100 star systems. That number becomes so much more knowledgeable. I mean, it's something we do all the time in IT. It's just a thing. So, but that is actually easier. The key part is and this is the Eve effect, is if anyone's played Eve Online, Jitta, 4-4, everyone knows it, everyone goes to the trade. That's the point, is like you have those massive points where everyone's trying to go. That's what they're up against. Server meshing is easy. Bringing all this stuff together and a persistent, that's easy.
To clarify for everybody else, how Jitta worked is if
Jitta,
whatever.
He's freaking Canadian.
Yeah, it's a Canadianism.
He
Jitta
literally
versus
changes
Jitta.
everything.
So that is the sort of the main sort of spawning area. It's the primary
It's
hub,
a trade hub.
primary trade hub within EVE Online. And the problem is they didn't have some kind of instancing where when you arrive there, and they didn't want it. So their mandate was to have everybody is there in the exact same instance.
Right.
And so,
but that's what Star Citizen's shooting for too. So
they're also shooting for it. But even if we don't get there, if we can do some kind of smart instancing as a way to reference it, where you can still. So, what was it? I think it was Perfect World. Maybe it was not Aeon, but they worked out a way where you could still see user names above people, even if you didn't see their character. So they were able to do a lightweight interpretation of who's there in the server.
I feel like they're going to tackle it in a much better way, which actually is there when
everybody
there.
hopes, right? If we can. So,
but that point is, it all goes back to, I feel like they're going to attack that forward, where it's the right way of doing it, where everyone's actually there and it looks like everyone's there, even if they're not there. But I mean, with server meshing,
but
that
hopefully we don't get 1 or 2 frames per second.
No, there's not
or even
be,
like a frame per 10 seconds, which was a problem that ended
believe
up
me,
with
I've seen technologies that can actually do this right now.
Yeah, and that was 10 years ago.
No, I mean right now.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, right. So Eve was trying to do that 10 years ago, or 8 years ago, 7 years, whatever. But the point is,
they haven't changed their engine since the beginning, have they?
No, the engine does not matter.
No.
The engine means nothing. It's the network backend. It's the net code. It's the things that live behind it. It's the servers, the way they sync, the way they talk
which
to each
has
other.
evolved a lot.
And we're talking about Amazon now versus somebody trying to do it on their own, which was one data center in Paris. So that's entirely different right now.
That's why it was always the
right. Well, they did some other stuff.
That's
but
why it was
the
a
whole point was
at times.
the point is we deal in entirely. I mean, you're talking a difference of 10 years. Let's talk about even just a difference of 2 or 3 years. That's it. You wait till we see our in 2 years. There's already stuff that's coming on right now, and stuff that we're developing right now that is gonna blow the doors off it. So, I believe in all aspect that they're going to be able to do it. So, and it's exciting. It's very exciting because I feel like SC is going to be the first one to do it and actually make use of it and make it epic. So, I have no doubt.
Awesome. So moving right along, server streaming will server meshing, net bind calling. Sorry, okay, we did that one. Server meshing, server streaming will constantly stream in the primary landing zone, so they may always be streamed in. So I was trying to understand what he was saying. Is I guess the servers are handling all the data, and still in a particular area. I guess before server meshing, a lot of the, if everything is streamed in, the server is still handling it before they start meshing, so that they may have to take some assets out. So some people in the community have been kind of wondering whether to put in Microtech, they may have to take out ArtCorp because they're at server max capacity.
Please
so.
No.
Yeah, we don't want that. But honestly, I'd trade.
They're not going to do that.
We don't. Yeah, we don't know what they're going to do.
No, they're not going to pull out assets they have for the new content.
He mentioned it, but don't read too much into things that people mention in passing on live streams, because people get so caught up in those sorts of things.
Oh, this is live.
Yeah, we might be live until people are watching tomorrow.
We might need a STEM Citizens trigger to mode. If we
snap. Anyway.
Do not take Hurston out of the game.
Another great thing is that they said the roadmap is not a list of things that are in development. It's only what they feel confident that they can deliver on a date. So all the stuff that you see on the roadmap is not all the stuff that they're working on.
That's a constant. Let's reiterate that.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff.
That's a good point.
It really is.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I love hearing that, but I think that needs to be stressed a lot.
But over these last 2 weeks, we've seen that. I mean, if there's been a point in Star Citizen's history and development, this last 2 weeks has been where we've seen that exemplified the most. So the change in the roadmap, things were backed up obviously from 3.7 to 3.8, 3.9, but we've seen caves come in, which was something that was
not even on the roadmap. Ever.
No, and
Ever.
they'd done a bit on
where
it,
the hell
saying
did that
it was
come
something
out?
we were looking at.
And we still weren't expecting it for mini patches. And all of a sudden, it's holy shit, they're going to put it in.
And they had discussed,
Like,
the multi-tool for mining and salvage, but it wasn't on the roadmap anywhere. And all of a sudden now it comes in. So,
but isn't that what
they've
makes
been
the
able to
game
pivot really
exciting,
well.
right? I mean, it's like you can have a roadmap and tell everyone what's going to happen, and then when it doesn't happen, everyone gets pissed off. But when you throw something in there and it's freaking not expected, that's freaking awesome. I mean, come on. I'm not going to, as a company designer, I'm never going to tell you everything's going to happen. Ever. I'm not even telling you what you're going to have to do.
So I thought one of the
I'll
other
do it.
interesting things was
do something else.
one of the questions was, will persistence be the end of wipes? Because they're talking about this persistence
Let's hope.
fairly soon. No,
Hopefully,
they will not be.
But hopefully we get longer periods to be able to earn some of the games, some of the ships that are in the game.
Well, that was the important distinction, and he talked about that quite a bit right there. It was one of the probably one of the most important things that he could have said, and one of the things that I've been most concerned about since CitizenCon.
What are you concerned about, Jordan?
Tell us.
Yeah, since
divulge.
Since Chris talked about the pillars at CitizenCon, and how he wants to get to persistence as soon as possible, so people don't feel like they're getting wiped all the time. Like,
I agree.
Are we going to have full live persistence before we have much of the universe, and we're all stuck on top of each other, and not being able to have even a fraction of the universe that we wanted, and that really wasn't clarified until this statement.
So
what?
I was just going to say, talking about how they've transitioned from focusing on the future and what's coming out to things that are releasing right away. There's been a change that way, as well as there's been a change within how they're doing the development and how things are changing out. So we've had a lot of change, and change management, like I know it sounds kind of cliche, but change management is huge. And like, if there's one thing I can urge CIG to do, or CI rather, is to focus on their communication. So from a brand ambassador, from a role of just straight communication with community managers, Xylo, if that's your particular purview. No, whatever. Focus on communicating these changes as they start to solidify, within the company internally, because you've already bared your soul in the roadmap, which has pros and cons, and we've been experiencing these pros and cons. For developers, you've got you expose the roadmap. So when you build a roadmap, it's like any kind of goal structure. You want it to be timely. You want it to be stretching. So you want people to reach for these. So if you expose your roadmap, your developers are pushing for something that is a stretch for them, right? Yet people on the receiving end, the backers, are saying, look, this must be a conservative because I really want this to happen right now. But already, if you set it so that your developers, your internal staff it's a conservative estimate, then you're not pushing your team well enough. So
you were going somewhere with that.
Well, no, but by exposing your roadmap, you open up a can of worms where internally you're trying to push people to really develop things well, and yet you're in undiscovered country with new technologies. So you're gonna trip on hurdles that you can't see coming up in front of you. Wow. And backers who, whether it's supposed to be justified or not, believe that we're all shareholders in CIG.
Yes, we own the company.
Yeah, which clearly we're not. But we all feel like we're invested to that point. So we get disappointed when there's any kind of delay at all. And so as shareholders, we say, we don't back this, and we feel like we should have some input on the project. Anyway, I'm obviously getting off course a little bit, but the process is, we should be happy with what they're doing. They're the first company that I've had exposure to where they're really exposing their roadmap.
Right. They're being
which
very
is new.
open with it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but getting back to it, try and work your communication better. I'd love to have some kind of insight into where the challenges are in communication, because I'll keep complaining about communication until I have some understanding of the bigger picture there.
I'm curious how we're going to see communication going forward, because that's been one of the biggest complaints the community has had until this past week. This past week, I would say that they responded to community needs for communication probably one of the best ways I've ever seen. In not only that great Star Citizen Live that we're going through from Friday, and they addressed so many of the community's questions right there in that one show.
Yeah, that was good.
And then also implementing the new roadmap. I don't remember what they call it. We've got a note down here somewhere, roadmap something, where they explain why they're changing things on the roadmap. And that was one of the biggest things that the community asked for. It's like, why did these things change? Why did this get pushed back? Just a little bit of information goes such a long way. And I bet you a quarter that was actually Xylo.
Maybe.
Because he understands the community.
He's
I think
already
better
sleeping,
than most
so you don't have to
anybody
hype him
there.
up.
I actually saw him briefly there in chat.
He yeah.
But
I want to talk about quickly about
those
the
little
fuse comment.
things.
So, no. So he says
which
that
one?
Basically, where he says that probably CitizenCon. So they're alluding to a lot that's on the roadmap that will probably be revealed soon. And like we've mentioned this 100 times, but they're not showing everything that's on the roadmap, and they shouldn't be. And
I don't want them to.
And they've restricted the tours.
But give me something to be
even
surprised
at
about.
the different offices, so that they could have some kind of surprise. And we've managed to intuit a certain modicum of what's happening at Star Citizen at CitizenCon.
Well done.
2950. No,
49.
37 words.
I know, it's expensive.
No,
but
that was some expensive cognac.
The point is that we've figured out.
We're not even done with it yet.
We've figured out as a group, or at least we believe we've figured out as a group, that that they're going to do jump points, and that the Carrack is going to be pivotal in that for.
He said the magic word
for CitizenCon, and that we're going to see jump points. We're going to see some kind of exploration process. But yeah, I mean, it's about the fact that they have to wow us every year at CitizenCon, right?
Well, it's a community.
They set the bar when they did Pupil to Planet.
They're like killing everything as they go.
Boom,
but then they
planets.
Have to do
Here it
this,
is, procedural.
Ever.
So each year they feel they have to do this, and at 2017 it was the Pioneer, which was Outpost.
But they still do it,
right?
That's the thing.
But the bar is set. They can't just say, "Oh, well, look, we're going to talk a little bit about Squadron 42, and that's going to be like what we do this year." It's not enough.
The community
they keep wiring stuff, but
never satisfied.
But we got away from what to me is more important than the big wow at CitizenCon is that the week-to-week, monthly, keeping the backers updated on information, and that's been the biggest complaint that the entire community and I have had is not getting enough information on these changes, and we saw all that this last week. So I think, again, like we were talking about earlier in the show, another step in CIG realizing what the community needs and addressing that, and I'm extremely pleased with that. So we're 160 minutes in, so we're almost three hours in, and we started late.
We've got 2 weeks to cover, and we're normally 3.5 hours. So
I know
I'm not too worried about it.
But You're not worried because you're 3 hours behind me, dude. It's almost 2 a.m. out here.
Joran, look, we got to give to the community.
I'm a trooper. Hey, this is my job and my job and my passion. I'm here for you. I love this.
We're here for you.
We love you. I love you, man. I love all you guys. I love this community.
Ewoks, Citizen Connor Riot. Yes, I would love to see you.
Oh wait. Actually, I was to
back. Sorry, I literally could not hold it.
Needed more kind of. Before I get back to our notes, I wanted to address one thing that Predactor said. Funny enough, is they introduced staggered development as a new thing. I naively believe that they were always partly doing R&Ding long term or off the roadmap, and they were always doing short-term stuff for the quarter releases. Wanted to see how 3.8 will shape. So that statement is actually true. That they are always doing long-term planning. That they have the broad view of what the universe is going to be. They have where they're going in the long term and all the things that need to lead to that. Like we've been talking about, and just how they're building this the game engine and the networking to deliver the massive universe that they're going to deliver, and all of that is in long-term development. All this stuff is in the background, and what the quarter releases are the short term. Okay, here are the features that we're going to deliver in the next 3 months. Now they're going to change that to 6 months because 3 months they weren't getting enough time in to deliver those at high quality. So yeah, and that's not naive. That they are doing long-term planning, long-term development, and then the quarter releases and now the 6 month releases. Those are feature releases. So that's when you actually, okay, we're going to deliver this on this date. This is what's got to happen. We've got to have this team do this, and we've got 2 week sprints. So in the next 2 weeks, we've got to do these parts of this feature. The next 2 weeks, this parts of this feature, and yeah, no, that's absolutely how they do it. So that's where you are, Las Vegas.
We're here right now. Can't you see behind us? Anyway.
The few just said, it's like, I didn't know, but I was one of the first people that he talked to in the community when he wanted to get more involved. I did not know that, man. Like I am.
Hey,
I
the
am
few.
so,
Are you going to be?
So
the few. Are you going to be at CitizenCon this year?
Yeah, good question.
Because we're going to be.
Because I'd like to meet you again and actually know who you are.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Because I had no idea.
Yeah, he's good people.
Nice.
Yep, he's going.
Seek us out.
Awesome.
Seek us out.
I wish I was going. So
Nice.
I'll see everybody again next year.
We will be there.
LA.
No, Jordan, you're gonna be.
Jordan,
there.
you're gonna be there, man.
Fly your ass out
it's
there.
like things.
We already have a place for you.
We have a
You're
place
coming
for
out.
you. You have accommodation.
We'll
You're coming out.
Shadow's gonna pay for your flight.
That's right. I'm gonna.
This.
I'm gonna pay for your flight.
I'm gonna buy your drinks.
Well, ooh, okay.
We'll see what happens.
He only drinks beer.
I know it's cheap.
Why don't I get his?
I'm cheap.
Okay, never mind. Anyway, Jordan will be there.
Anyhow, but yeah, no, it's like, well, and you know, it's funny too, because you know, I love that I help pass on and help and the few and communities, and he's gone to become a great a content creator and a member of the community, and just a great person. And you know, Doc Murray was one of the first people that I met in the universe as a noob with Aurora. You know, but he was
to say that.
But he was a nice guy, and he helped me. He showed me his Connie, and it's like, no, he still is. So I thought
that's why he's here.
We spoke about giving away a ship tonight.
Oh, what do we want to give away? Community.
Would you give it away to the Vanguard?
How much do we have? What can we do?
You know what?
What do we have?
Leave it open. Not an 890. Not a Carrack. Not anything more than.
I support this program.
I feel like 250 is a good number.
250?
250 is always a good number for
sure. What's 250 and below? Community. What do we want to give?
And below. What do you guys want?
Yeah,
what do you guys want?
I'll give away 1,000.
Mercury.
It's like
I have a Mercury.
Great cat.
You have a Mercury that you could give away?
Well, what's relevant? What's relevant?
You buy the first round.
Mercury's
I'll buy the first round. You buy the second round, man. That'll be awesome.
What's relevant for right now? So the Terrapin's already out. We already gave away a Banded Defender last time. That was mine. That was the only one.
The
I had 'cause
Argo.
I hate that ship.
Redeemer? Do you have a Redeemer?
I have a couple of Redeemers.
Ooh, I want one. I like that idea now. So you have to save one for me.
Why is the Redeemer relevant? It's not even. It's nowhere.
Well, it's not. I know, but I kind of.
No, I'm hanging on to that.
But people,
I only
but
have
people
one of
dream.
those.
I missed the
People
Redeemer.
dream about the
I
Redeemer.
have a
People
concept.
dream
I have a
about the
concept.
Redeemer.
It looked
It's
like I never liked its design.
Shut up.
Before.
It's supposed to be
But it's now it's being improved.
So what's relevant?
Kind of like it.
What is there? There's nothing coming in 3.7, right? There's no ships in 3.7. So we
no,
already
because
gave
they've
it-
all been pushed to
Right.
3.8.
Well, what's
The Defender's
Well,
coming out.
So the blue, the
we already
red
gave
for
we gave away
cutlasses,
Defender
but
last week.
This is Yacht Club. We don't really talk
We
about
gave
Drake
away
ships,
Defender
so-
last-
We don't
last
give
week,
away
so-
Drake under any circumstances.
Susan Liu, sorry.
Sorry, Susan. We love you, man. What? How about
So somebody said Mercury. I like that. Look, do I have one in buyback?
I only have one.
Do I have one in buyback?
You
I
convinced
gave it away.
me.
I'm
You
pretty sure I gave it away.
convinced me to buy one like a couple weeks ago, and I actually bought one.
Do not give it away. It's so good.
I know. I feel like
It's such a
well,
good
it's a
ship.
mobile data center, so I can't give it away.
What?
So what do we feel?
What do you have extras
Power?
of? Like, what do you have
So,
extras of?
Vanguards.
Yeah.
I have a
The
shitload of
Fuse,
arrows.
Spilt Milk with
I
Drake,
have,
yes, 100%.
Arrows are great ships. Why don't you give away two?
Vanguards,
Why don't you give away two arrows? I mean, arrows are great to give away.
Okay.
They're great little
Yeah.
ships.
They're a
Woo,
solid
two
ship.
giveaways. Two
Yeah, they're
giveaways.
great, and they're
I
LTI.
We'll give away two. We'll give away two
Yeah,
arrows.
they're all LTI.
Do you have the arrows,
Yes,
Jordan?
I have. No, I have them.
No,
Okay.
no. He said he's got a whole bunch of
Yeah,
arrows.
I
A lot of
got-
people got
I
a
got-
bunch of
There we
arrows.
I got
go.
at least 12 of
Nice.
them.
We'll give it-
Should we give away
yeah,
one
give away
like
two arrows.
right
Yeah.
now and then save
Let's
one
do
for
it.
later? Okay, so we're gonna give you
Right.
10 minutes to
T-Nicer?
put in
Is
chat.
T-Nicer still
exclamation
awake?
point,
Did
I'm
he
hoping
stay with-
T-Nicer's
did he
still
stay with
awake.
us? Because it's like 2 a.m. out here.
Two, you
Shame,
still
okay.
awake?
So,
T-Nicer's
so
still with
as
us.
the
He's
kids
a
say, it's
trooper.
bang ship me.
There he is.
Exclamation point!
Atta
Ship
be
me.
T. So I want
Thanks,
to talk about
T-Man.
T-Nicer very quickly. TN is for Tennessee. He is one of the coolest cats I know.
Awesome
Um,
guy.
i-
Awesome
we are
guy.
so lucky to have him as a mod. We got the opportunity
Yes.
to see him in Columbus, Ohio, when he came out and flew out. And I
Which,
can't,
by the
And-
way,
and-
Jordan,
as well
and
as
Citizen-
well as the
and
Citizen
Citizen
Con,
Con.
yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Got to hang out. It's a great time.
Just, yeah. I'll leave it at that.
so
but
60
Jordan is
seconds.
fantastic
Everyone
guy.
get in right now.
Seriously,
If you're
good
not
people.
here, you're not up. 60
Exclamation
seconds.
point,
we're
ship.
gonna
Put in your
roll
bang
60
ship
seconds.
knees
It's your- yeah.
So
Now,
we're
do-
gonna give away one
do we
arrow,
have
and then we'll give
exclusion
away
list?
another arrow at the end.
for who can't win. We've had 2 weeks, so pretty much everybody can win right now.
Yes,
Yeah.
grit.
Okay,
Don't worry about
so
that. Except for Spectre.
Oh snap! Yeah, you have to be following. You do have to be following.
yeah. Spectre
I think
gets a
that's the only-
category less ship if it
Well,
rolls for him.
the only thing we said was because the giveaway doesn't work unless you're not following. So you
It's-
have
it's-
to be
it's-
following.
It's the case. You have to be
And
then
following.
you have to do
You have to be
shipping.
following in Twitch, and you have to be on our Discord because that's how we'll do the communication
Oh, yeah,
for
yeah.
delivering the
That's
ship.
how we deliver
So make sure you join the Discord. It's posted very
T-Nicer,
frequently
give
in
us
chat.
a bang Discord. There you go.
Yeah,
Right
Yep.
there.
Thank you.
So join the Discord and do a follow, and it'll include you in
Yeah,
the
and,
giveaway.
and guys, the Discord it's so much fun.
It's hilarious.
We're chatting
I
all
bust
day.
on him all day. It's great. I mean, the bald head is just
Oh.
attracts everything.
Yeah, but it's like a veritable planetoid.
It really is.
Head
It
down
sucks-
in front.
It sucks in all the bad comments.
That's right. You know, it's protected the Earth from all kinds of meteor strikes.
Is that like the Men in Black thing?
I think that's just science in general.
Very nice. Very nice. All right, 20 seconds.
Okay, so I said we'd give 10 minutes. 5
No,
minutes.
no, we give away
Well,
two.
I
We do
know,
it
but-
my way. They're my arrows.
All right. I
Anyway.
can't complain about that. You know, when you have someone that you work with that is just like a real,
A demanding asshole.
it rhymes with deck. It's close enough. But you know, like
Heck.
I've got
Deck?
a really big deck.
Anyway, did we lose Jordan? We lost Jordan.
Bring him back.
I can't bring him back.
Check Zoom. See what's going on.
He disconnected.
He disconnected.
Oh my God! It's just us
I'm-
now.
Did
I'm
Did
back.
Hurricane Dorian come back?
I had to pee. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's there. Okay. Hey, look, he's there. Okay.
There he is.
Woo.
We got him back.
That was awesome.
You didn't
All
lose
right.
me. Didn't lose me.
Give us the roll there, Captain T-Nicer. Give
Yep.
us the roll.
Give us
Who
a roll.
is the magical winner?
Excuse, he
Yeah,
says.
did-
Be careful. Dr. Murray will get pissy if you rip on my hair. Or lack thereof without him being here.
Nice.
Yep. XQC, thank you, man, for representing,
yes.
making sure that everybody's sitting there.
Yep.
So, like,
All right,
I figured at one point you got to own it. You know?
Hendo! Oh my gosh, Hendo
Really?
is one.
Oh,
That's
nice.
awesome.
No way!
So
Oh,
Hendo's been pretty much here
Congrats,
from day
Hendo.
one. And congratulations,
I
Hendo.
can't think of
Hendo's good
somebody
people.
that deserves that.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
most,
really,
man.
really.
Hendo,
Absolutely.
nicely
That's
done.
proper. So, Hendo, I'm going to warn you right
Congratulations,
now.
buddy.
Yep.
It might be a little delayed, but I promise you I will
Yep,
get it.
just-
to you.
So,
mess-
so
mess-
it's from Shadowkin, so it's only got 3 months insurance.
Yeah, there might be a
so,
little lube on the
like,
side.
you know, it's
No, it's LTI. It's clean. He's never
I-
touched it, so it's good.
which would
all right,
make
guys,
it
it's
better. By
it's
the
almost
way.
it's almost 2 a.m. for
Better.
T Neister and me. We need to
Okay.
roll through
Okay.
and wrap this up. So last
We're gonna do another
couple
one?
of hype.
Hold
last-
on, did we talk about caves? Did we do anything
Yeah, we
else?
did that.
No, we
Okay.
talked about caves already.
Let Jordan direct this.
Okay, so we're gonna set up for the next giveaway as soon as we finish, which is probably gonna be in about 10
It's
hopefully
already
10
now.
to 15
Oh,
minutes.
okay.
So
Well, everyone could ship
D,
it
are
now,
we
right?
are we set up for the next one? Do they need to re-roll for the next
Yeah,
one?
but there's no issue if they do re-enter, so it's not an issue. So bang ship
Yeah.
me if you need
So-
to. If,
yeah,
if
so
you want to.
let's
It's
just-
not
just
just
do it
ship me.
again.
Ship
Shouldn't be a-
me.
shouldn't be a
again.
We're gonna
problem.
have another one in about another 10 minutes. So we're gonna try
10
to
minutes, yep.
wrap through this.
Everyone bank
now,
ship me again,
now
just to be
people
sure.
get 10 minutes.
Well, you need time to
No need to
reload.
re-enter. So everybody's
I'm watching
good.
you.
You need time to
I'm
reload.
watching.
Right,
And you, Jordan.
He needs time to reload.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Oh,
Everyone,
okay,
bank
so-
ship me again just to make sure you're in.
Yep, they're going. All right, so rolling through these real quick because we want to show some pictures from Saturday.
Go.
Saturday was cool. So
was
what was the
Saturday?
status of Vulcan implementation? Stage 1 has been underway for 3 to 4 months. Stage 2 started a few weeks ago. So stage 3 is soon TM. So they're already rolling into the Vulcan implementation. Once Squadron 42 is shipped, will the team roll over to the PU? Some of the people will go for. So when Squadron 42 is shipped, will the team roll over into the persistent universe? Because we know a lot of the team is on Squadron 42. Some will go over to the PU. Some will go into pre-production of Chapter 2. So they are going to start
Nice.
Chapter 2 right after Chapter 1, but it's just
Yes.
pre-production people. So it's not
Staggered.
all the people. And also they said that some of the people, and as they get closer to release of Squadron 42, a lot of the people that have been working on art environments and ships and all that sort of stuff, they're going to roll into the PU. So we're going to get those people to be able to work on other stuff.
So Mystic Star here says very quickly. She says, "You bang ship me," and I got to raise that up one that she probably meant you bang me ship. You know, like because that makes sense.
rolling right along.
So-
Jeez.
Rolling right along here.
You
Um,
ship bang me. So we love Mystic Star. So
Mystic has been
We
around
love
for day
Mystic.
one.
she's been around for a long
so-
time. We've got to give her a hard time because she's always there for us, and we
Yes.
have a fantastic time with her in the verse.
Love Mystic.
whether it's-
Mystic's
all
like
the
my
time.
best friend. We always hang out in the universe.
You've crashed many things together. Yes.
We have crashed many things together and flipped many cyclones. Will there be remote logging outside of
She says
spaceships and
no.
stations? They've talked about it like a tent or a sleeping bag or something else. Global persistence and persistent halves will contribute to that. Will we be able to target ground targets like turrets? Yes, that's probably in 3.8. With 4.0, should we expect a larger gameplay increase like 3.0? They hope so. After the first full system is in, it'll be the first full solar system, so they're pretty excited for that. So, yeah, probably next summer, we're going to see some pretty exciting things coming along after that. And that was the whole summary for that. So, Shadow, why don't you start showing some of the pictures from the Yacht Club party cruise on
I like
Saturday?
that.
Yeah,
going with
good
this.
point. And
So-
then after this, guys, like, okay, the view said it quite quaintly. So yeah, 10 minutes ending. I don't think that's happening. So we're going to show you what happened with the 890 jump regatta very quickly, as well as the party cruise, and then we're going to do Q&A because we haven't touched the Q&A section that we normally do in our show. So
Our questions.
Shadow,
Yeah.
take us through the regatta.
Yeah. So, well,
party.
Stem, do you want to give an overview of the day?
Sure, very quickly. So we spent 4.5 hours that day. We started off. We got as many 890
Shadow,
jumps as we
I
could.
shrank.
I know. I'm working on it.
We got as many 890 jumps
Raising
as we could that day. We spawned them. We had at least 28 at one point, 890 jumps.
20.
That-
We had 28.
And we did the whole like 890 jump flour. We did the pizza.
No,
we
we
turned
didn't.
it outside. Then we had the flour. Well, we wanted
Well,
to.
we tried to.
We
tried
were going
But
to,
We certainly
but-
did the lineup of them.
We had 28 jumps. I thought the interesting thing was that we had a party.
28 jumps. That's all you have to say.
We had a party launch with 44 people, and you can have only a maximum of 50 people in a server. So I thought that was pretty impressive for the yacht club. As you can
And
see,
we still
we
managed
had
to get stream
we
sites
had
at the very
lot
end.
of people.
So we had a lot of people. We got on as many 890 jumps as we could. We took some pictures. They're all in the Discord. If you want to check them out, we got a screenshots.
Millions and millions of
channel
pictures that
within the
everybody
Discord
got.
server.
There really was.
And
it was a great
beautiful
event.
photos. And like, if you've heard a lot of YouTube streamers talking about disc plate, there's only one 890 jump disc plate on that's available to buy. We want to break that. We want to get all the pictures that we took because they were phenomenal. Anyway, so after that, after getting the regatta going, as many 890 jumps as we could, we then decided let's get on one 890 jump and do a party cruise. And we ended up having a couple of them, and we went cruising around, like what Shadow's showing here. We went through some asteroids, and we got some really amazing pictures. They're all to be seen. You can see here, look at that. That's all top hats at the bar. Here it comes. Later on, you'll see we've got top hats sitting around the conference table. We explored the pool room. We explored the spa. Of course, in the giant atrium.
This
Look
is
at
a
that.
great shot.
All top hats in the atrium. Nobody's been able to say that. That's incredible.
First.
So, like, some really amazing stuff.
Oh,
that's
this is-
so good. You
this
got to
is a
show
cool
that.
shot.
So everybody lined up. We had a really good showing. Now, I don't want to brag, but there's a bunch of whales in that grouping, and not just whales, but like really
There really is.
good people.
Good.
You
Good whales. Yeah.
Yeah.
like
so,
white
so,
whales.
so so okay. So yeah, what white whales
Well, that's a white
as
whale.
opposed to blue whales?
Well, black whales.
Purple whales.
No, that
Purple
sounds
whales.
like kind of racist.
Well, we
in a
got
way.
kind of all of that.
I don't know this guy.
Anyway.
So anyway, we had an amazing group of people. We had a really freaking good time.
It was. This was an amazingly good
It was
time.
really good.
I really thought it was going to be
And then
terrible.
at the very
but I
end,
gave it time.
Poison Taco and his
Oh,
crew.
okay, don't even give him credit. The whole point is we did.
No, but
3.5
it was good. We were at the
hours
end of
just
our
good
show. It was a
It
great
was-
time.
it was-
I would have
it was-
murdered all of you
recorded.
by then
So,
anyway.
At
It
the
was perfect
same
time.
It was perfect time. But at the exact
I
same
left,
time,
and everything went to hell.
Paul Shelley and his crew, at the
at the same
exact same
time.
time, they were also stream sniped and killed. So we had this kind of like, we're competing
got
for the
stream-
first of
I thought-
who
I
got
thought-
annihilated on stream.
No, I,
so it
no,
was
I,
kinda cool.
I thought he stole an 890 and killed somebody and stole their 890.
I don't know the particulars, but it happened at the very same time. There was this big
Yeah, yeah.
fallout
Those are
that
the cool
occurred.
parts that we did. I mean,
Yeah,
we had a
but-
great pool party.
Oh,
we had
it's
a great
great.
spa party. Everyone got in their
Yeah.
top hats, their Gucci's. It was great.
But for the first time,
But-
I really understood when you're talking about luxury, and people have a hard time envisioning what luxury is going to look like, and how do you translate luxury into a game? Well, this game truly is so immersive. Now, next time we do this, I want to say nobody gets to run. Everybody has to work
Yes.
at the
Totally
very
agree.
most
Totally
at a
agree.
light
Totally agree.
jog,
Totally
so
agree.
that we're all kind of moving very
Yeah.
slowly. But
This was a great
picture's
photograph by
so, Jordan, tell
Lieutenant
us
Porter.
about this one.
Lieutenant Porter put this together,
So Lieutenant Porter, he's an amateur photographer. He takes great photographs in
Lieutenant
game.
Porter, great
And,
freaking
cheers,
shots.
man. Very
Thank
nice.
you for being.
Good
Like,
depth
he
of
gets-
field.
You took a lot of
Yeah,
great shots.
Yeah, he got a lot of really great shots, and you can see those in the screenshots
A
channel.
lot of these went viral on Reddit as well, which was really awesome.
Yeah, a lot of really great stuff. Did you show the GIF of the? I don't remember seeing the GIF of all 28. I think it was the first link, the first Reddit link there.
Oh, that's when everything's exploding. GIF. Well, I'm not sure what you're talking
For
about.
Reddit, you mean?
Yeah,
so-
it's a Reddit link. Yeah, just click the first link in
Okay,
that in that stack.
Do you have it in the show notes?
Yeah, it's in the show notes. It's in that whole stack. Yacht Club
Una
Party
memento,
Groups. It was the very
por
first
favor.
one.
Let's find it.
It was the Reddit link.
Okay, got it. Coming right up. It's on Reddit. That's the problem.
Blame Reddit.
Oh, that does not look
It
good.
doesn't work. It's because you're in dark mode, maybe? Shadow gets upset whenever I talk to him about technical issues because he's like the god of Technica.
No, turns out I've already figured it out. So.
It's like, it turns out, all right, I
But
know what's
it's-
going on. I've
it's
solved
actually-
it. So your input
It's
is
just,
like
it's
disqualified.
just streaming and waiting. It's waiting to be a part of something.
yeah, but can you share it with the group? Because we're
I
waiting.
can right now as it's coming up. As you can see.
Too late, monsieur.
As it
That's
turns
French.
out. So
French Canadian.
this was pretty freaking awesome.
Look at
because
that.
This is the first time we ever tried to do this.
And I think we only had
And-
like 18 in this photo.
No, there was
You know,
no, there
just
was
at this
28
point.
total.
Yeah, but
20.
I don't think we had the full 28 in
Dude,
this photo.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Oh.
8,
Yeah.
9, 10.
Yeah,
11,
one of
12,
the guys got this and put it on Reddit.
28.
So
like,
68
yeah.
rooms times how many?
It's a lot of
20 something
Fun.
yachts.
There's a
And
lot of
look how
atmosphere, a lot
massive
of space.
fun.
It was- It was amazing.
No, really. I mean, I have to say, first time.
Can you lead us through the next ones and keep going?
We've already been through the rest of them.
Yeah, we already saw the other ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's
So-
clearly
so-
not part of the show.
Well, we
It's just-
didn't. You didn't get all the way through them. So if you can
Okay.
get back into the sequence of somewhere in there.
Okay, I am at the last shot that our awesome LT Porter had, which is the shot that's.
Construct all of the LTIs we have. Sorry, all of the 898 jumps we had. So we had 3 at the time, and there's this incredible blue light at the point of
That
explosion.
happened like nearly perfectly. I mean, it was like, da, da, da. It was just so good.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Well, we choreographed this pretty well. Because of the fuel issues that the 890 has right now, we kept running out of fuel, so we just kept having people bring out more 890s because we essentially have an unlimited supply in
Oh
the jump
gosh,
club.
yeah, because of the fuel.
Right. Yeah.
We
so
have
so
an unlimited
yeah.
supply
So
of yachts.
so we'd bring another one, and everybody would EVA and get it into the other one, and then we had a couple of extras, and it's like, we should blow them all up. And so like the
Sequentially.
whole group, there was like 30 of us in EVA out here where we're taking this picture from, and we had people in each of one of them, and we counted them down, and they
all flew.
self-destruct.
Can I? Is Spectre still here? Spectre, okay. So I need to give just a little bit of credit because Spectre and I, from basically minute one of the entire thing to about this point right here, we were completely out of the thing. I was kind of just trying to mix it, but Spectre, because I don't have any of my flight controls hooked up, so I couldn't get myself to the situation. But Spectre came all the way back, brought a big group, got us there. Tried to get us near. We blew up, disconnected. Everyone disconnected. Blah blah blah. Blah. Anyway, we got to this point. We had the one and only 890 jump that actually had fuel, and we brought it here. And that's where we decided to do the shot because we're like, let's just blow up.
And that's the precise time that Poison Taco and his crew.
Well, no, it was.
Also
It was about 5 minutes after I left.
Because
No,
I've seen. If you see their video. They actually were way closer to the 890s when they exploded. They nearly got blown up in the
Oh my God,
explosion.
he said he was actually he was somehow in the middle of it, and it blew up. He somehow survived, and
they all went, oh my
they
God,
made a great video
because they figured out from watching our stream that the self-destruct was happening.
True stream snipers.
And they were at like 20 seconds at that point, so they all left the ship and like back as much as they could.
I got it.
So the explosion radius was not nearly as much as we thought it was. actually in
Yeah,
game to
luckily
affect
because
people in
we
the
got
game.
way back way, and
Yeah.
they survived, and he made a great video of the whole thing. He did a great job editing it, and I was a little salty the next day because like just thinking back on just
You
the
salty?
just well, it's like I'm
Okay,
Well,
not not really a
move
fan
forward.
of
Let's dive into
but
some
but
questions.
I think
Let's hit the Q&A.
they did a great job. Let's table the QA until next
Let's
week.
You want to table
Yeah.
it? Is there any?
Yeah,
No, I
'cause
think we good. I
It's,
think
it's
I
sort
think-
of, no,
I
we,
think
we,
good.
we can't. We're not good. T9
is there anybody?
go.
Okay,
We gotta
is,
go.
is there anybody
So giveaway.
that has a question that needs it
So-
answered? Just
No,
respond in
no,
chat,
let's just
and we'll
go
do the
straight to
giveaway.
No, join us next week as we address your questions and everything
So-
else that happened in Star Citizen. So
60
we're gonna have a
seconds.
rule.
60
Yes.
seconds to join. Ship me. Bang ship
Bang
me.
ship me.
Or exclamation point ship me. Everyone get in now. Get in now. Bang ship me. We're giving away an Anvil Arrow LTI. One of my properly favorite ships.
Very
Very good
nice.
ship. Yeah, it's another one in my collection. I'd
Oh,
just
oh.
like to give away.
Arrows, what, 90?
I have no idea.
90,
I
95?
bought a lot of them.
What is the value? What is the melt value of an anvil arrow? right
What is
now?
the current melt value of an annual arrow? Let's ask the community. Go.
90. There we go.
Yeah, I think it is right.
I knew that.
Oh, it's like
Nice
you
one,
watched the
Adine.
site.
Thank you, man.
Like you watched the site. So, T Nicer, I know you're
75,
tired, buddy.
says Strigley.
Shit.
75?
No,
Is it
I think
75? A
It
couple
might
people
have
have
actually
backed
been the
that up.
original buy value.
Yeah, but what is the current?
I've got 12.
65
Actually, I have
for
11.
LTI War Bond. Yeah, so maybe it is
You
75.
understand? It's 90 now.
It's 90 now, though. Okay, yeah. All right, so it's decent.
10 seconds.
Whether it's original concept or not.
10, 9,
Let's go, Neister.
8, 7,
6,
5,
5,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Happy LTI!
Yay!
Arrow
Happy
winner!
Happy Las Vegas.
Let's go. Roll it.
All right,
I
what
think
happened?
T Nicer fell asleep.
Buster barely got in there. Dang should be.
What happened?
No!
Wait.
To XQC, you can't win the. You
Where?
can't give it away.
What?
No, we
Hold
just
on.
won last week.
When did he win?
No,
But
no,
we
he
did
didn't.
say that
No, he
anybody
didn't.
would be available
No.
to win.
It's like everybody,
Yeah,
everybody's fine.
Everybody's fine.
XQC, congratulations,
XQC
man.
won.
And look, that just draws the point. As in,
Congratulations.
you know,
Luck. We're gonna go play the tables tonight, just on your luck.
So we have such a good community that follows that your chances of winning, like, we don't have a massive community, but we have
Are
such a
pretty
great
good.
loyal community.
You're
Like,
right, they
It
really
works so
are.
well that
Yep.
like I don't mind if somebody wins. Like, sure, 2 weeks in a row is not cool. We want to spread the love a little bit, but the fact that we have such great people following, you know,
And-
like
Nailed
and-
it.
Oh,
As long as
well done.
Spectre doesn't win,
And
we're
we
good.
and we give away so many ships.
Nice,
And
Spectre.
literally at every single week we give
We
give
are
away.
ultimately going to make a list of all the
Congratulations.
stuff we've given away, and it's been
Yeah,
pretty
because
good.
everything that gets donated, all the subscriptions, all the donations, everything, it all goes back to giveaways back to y'all because
no,
we're
QC,
not.
you
we're not
won,
here to make
buddy.
any
Well done.
You won.
Yeah,
so,
you're fine.
so I
We're all
got,
good.
but
Close it out.
because he won, I have to rant a little bit. People that name their personal names with X's at the end and X's in the middle, okay, like
I'm sure there's a
that
reason.
okay, if
He's just
Does
going
that
to call out the
trigger
QC
you?
part. It's
Mm,
probably
mm.
been pimped out.
I respect you for the QC because that's quality
Dude, it's
control,
probably
that's
been-
good.
it's
But
probably
the
been
X's
pimped
on
out.
the end, no,
There's probably a
I
million
gotta
quality
gripe.
control people.
That-
How many quality control
that's
people
like
are
spelling
there?
gay, GHEY,
Or gay.
right?
No, so
So-
XQC,
so
give
it's-
us why
it's-
you name
I
yourself
have
that.
no
Other
idea
than
what
that,
you're talking about.
I'm just gonna smack him. So
Anyway,
tell us
It's
Just
screwing with something that's
oh,
perfectly
QC
good.
is for Quebec.
Nice. Is
That's
that
what editing said.
Nice.
so? I want to know from XQC if it's actually
Yeah,
from
what does it mean?
Quebec.
What does it mean? What does it mean?
Because
XQC?
that's cool, man.
How drunk are you guys, Mystic? We're in Vegas.
Yeah.
Emphasis on.
Can you show the bottle? Show the
obvious.
bottle.
Okay, so
we bought this
this
bottle
is a
tonight for the show.
750-liter bottle of cognac.
750 milliliter bottle.
And it's really awesome.
That's done well. We've done well.
It's
for it.
done well.
Cheers.
Cheers,
been a
lad.
good show.
Cheers, lad.
All right.
It's been a darn good show. Jolly good show.
Yeah, thanks for joining us,
Hey,
guys.
thanks,
we really
everybody
appreciate it.
So,
let's.
Tina, do we have a raid
is there
lined
anybody-
up?
Yeah,
or-
we out there
let's raid
raidable?
somebody.
We love you,
Who do we
Mystic.
got?
Thanks for
Yeah,
joining us.
Mystic,
It's been a
100%.
great time. Been a,
Do we have a
been a-
raid lined
Thanks
up?
been
everybody
an
for
fun
joining.
show.
Thanks for the new follows.
Oh,
Thanks for the
raid
added
incoming.
subscribers.
Thanks
there
thanks
we
to
go.
T Nightster for
Raid
staying up
incoming.
till 2
Love
a.m.
you
with
guys.
us.
Yeah, T-Nights,
thanks,
you're
buddy.
awesome.
Really
Love you guys.
appreciate it.
Bye.
Thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Thanks for the party, keeping it
You
going.
guys rock.
We love
Good
you,
night, everybody.
midweek, every week.
Every week.
Cheers.
You guys rock.
Midweek Bar Citizen. Hang out and talk about
I had
spaceships.
Control over that for once. Cheers.
Oh, Jesus.
That was a good show.
That was a damn
Yeah,
good show.
Bob.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
You know what? It worked out really well that we
For
ended up
fucking
talking.
winging the entire thing
You
on
know,
a limb.
and it-
Goddamn right
It worked out
out.
really well talking about the state of Star Citizen,
Jesus
talking about
Let's-
how
let's-
things
let's-
had changed,
let's-
talking about how
let's-
we appreciate what
let's-
CIG
let's-
has done. I thought that
Yeah,
worked out
let's-
really well.
let's
Getting
hop in the Discord
few
because-
involved, Buster,
because T Nightster.
Xylo.
Let's
Okay,
pop in the
new
Discord.
Discord,
Discord. Okay, Discord.
Where's
Hold
T
on.
Nights? T Nightster over here?
I'll jump into Discord in a second. Give us a minute. Give us a
Yeah,
minute.
hold on. I had to go to the bathroom, dude.
Do it. Do it.
I'm
do it.
dying here.
I know you are, dude. I was
Fuck.
fucking squeezing it. Oh, my leg! My leg! Can you hear me, lad? Jordan, can you hear me? Oh God, wait. I have to switch the audio back over.
I'm relying on